Okay, more Breck.
Mm-hmm.
And Kite was scribe last week. Is that right?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Journal. Yeah, looking
It
at the
was.
size of it, it is kite. Yes, kite.
Yep. Sorry, one sec, just finishing eating something.
No worries. I was gonna say though, were you okay doing a recap, Kite?
Yeah. There was a lot of talking.
Is that the recap?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. We got paid. Cash
That's what
money.
matters.
No. Okay, so
Pretty much all I remember.
we started last time in our huddle at the meeting with the Iron Tide. We proposed our conditions. They to Orcod, he agrees. He hands over the dagger, releases the slaves, and he won't attack the town anymore. Yorn gives the button back to the drow assassin. We then return to our camp. George has doubts over the plan that we've taken. The slaves are returned to us. I did write too much. This is on me. I'm ad-libbing most of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't have to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just whatever you want to read back.
Later, Ayara, who is the assassin, returns the slaves to our camp, and then we all walk back to the army, and we start making our way back to Chaur. Just before we leave, Forful goes and spends one last hour with Debbie the bear, and wants to make a sign, but is told that is a very, very stupid idea.
Putting like coordinates on the sign. Yeah.
Posting it on Facebook. The location tag. 3 days pass as we walk back to Chaur. We talk to Shock, and we try and convince George again, but he still seems unconvinced of our actions. We tell the guard that the attacks will have subsided, and then we go straight to Blackwater. Kite stays outside. Blackwater congratulates us. We give him the dagger, and he pays us 1,200 gold. He wants to talk to us about a possible continuation of our deal, and invites us to dinner the next day. Also, provides more information of what he wants the dagger for. It is to open a vault, a 7,000-year-old Therian dwarven vault, and uncover the magics of the powerful runesmith that he believes are kept inside. He says he doesn't know what's in the vault specifically, but Morbrick doesn't believe him. We then go shopping and find a pearl, which we use to identify a longbow +1, the bag of holding we found, and the mace as a mace of the holy. Orful then spends the afternoon preparing for his performance at the Maplewood Inn. It goes pretty good. We then wake up after the performance. A guard arrives, saying the mayor would like to speak to us. As we head over to the mayor, Neil from the Bloody Hands approaches and says Cithra wants to meet with us. We meet with the mayor first, and she thanks us, but she wants to get rid of the Bloody Hand. We then go see Cithra and discuss the deal they made with Blackwater before they split up, and they want us to help them get the other 2 pieces back from Blackwater. We leave, and then we have to decide which deal to take.
Which is a bit of a conundrum, to say the least.
Deal or no deal, eh?
Exactly.
Deal or no deal.
What's in the bar?
Alright, here we are.
Yeah, I think, and I think we're back in Maplewood Inn. I think right now, not in the
Yes.
like we are in our apartment.
I
Discussing
think we were in
this.
that back room, yeah, like the private room, talking.
So, So I'm telling that what I learned here is that we shouldn't really go too much by our feeling, because this is all very deceptive, and there is, like we said, there are no good sides. Everyone is shady. But what I do know is that Blackwater has 2 artifacts, and Bloody Hands have 1. So, just mathematically, it is much more likely for Blackwater to get the 1 than for them to get the 2.
Iron
The
Tide have
only
0. Back the
the
underdog.
the only reason why I would side with Bloody Hand is if Blackwater doesn't agree to give us, so to say, share of the loot. If it is just payment, I may not be interested, because this is too interesting to pass. So I would be willing to work more to get 2 artifacts rather than 1 for the share of the loot.
So one thing I wanted to correct from last time is that
Excuse me.
Sithril would not have actually known why Blackwater and the rest of them started fighting, from what she said.
Blackwater and who? Sorry, who's the rest of them? Like in
Blackwater
Bloody
and
Hand?
the Iron Tide. The Blood Hand claim to not know why they are all fighting.
So the fact that she said that kind of there were more danger there, that they were...
Yeah, so that was a mistake on my part. She would not have
Okay.
actually, she claimed to not actually know why the disagreement started, but she would have said that Blackwater, when he disbanded with the Iron Tide, also kind of disbanded with the Blood Hand. So she as well would feel betrayed by him.
Understood.
So that's the only that is the only change from last time, because I misspoke when I said the things that she said. So yeah, the Contractors session 13. Go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to get into the right mind space, because if we decide to side with one party, we would likely have to fight another. So I don't think we need to get too attached to either side.
It's true. It seems that the conflict between them is quite fierce, so it would be very difficult to try to broker a peace agreement at this point.
Yeah.
But it's the 14th of autumn at 11 a.m., and I'll say, yeah, you are all in the Maplewood discussing this in your private room. Now,
So
did we
pretty
discuss downtime activities yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we sent a link or something with the list of stuff we can do.
Alright, so you all kind of know what you're doing, because you can be working on downtime activities during the day while you're doing other stuff, so just keep that in mind. Whatever project, you can put days towards it. But go ahead, continue your discussion.
Yeah. I was saying is that it seems like plan right now is we're gonna go to Blackwater and we're gonna tell him we'll accept his deal. So like, I guess essentially we'll say if we get like first couple dibs on some like the things that are in there, just gold. And if he says
Also
no,
gold.
yeah, sorry, instead of only gold, so both.
Yeah.
If he says no, then we'll go to Blood Hand. If he says yes,
Yeah.
we'll go with him. Is that the plan?
But yeah, it is the plan, but we need to be a little bit more diplomatic first of all.
Yeah,
Let's think about it. Let's think about it. If he says yes, then we would need to get the necklace somehow, which probably Sithril has. How are we gonna do that? So we would have to go into direct confrontation. I don't think, like, we are contractors, but we are not like murderers, and we are not thieves. Well, in a way that we are not stealthy enough to do this stealthily.
I mean, it's the same way we would have to get
You're
to
more-
Blackwaters too.
Well, at least,
You're more
at least,
muggers
at
than
least,
thieves.
at least, Bloody Hand had those skills, and we could probably make some kind of a distraction. I'm not sure if but then, yeah, again, like maybe Blackwater has his people as well. fine. But we would have to actually go into direct confrontation with Bloody Hand, and there is no way around it. Same if we side with Bloody Hand. We would go into direct confrontation with Blackwater. There is no way around it.
I did just
yeah.
have an idea. If we do the mayor's contract of getting rid of the Bloody Hand, and then we get in possession of the amulet, we can broker a better bargain between us and Blackwater. Really screw him out of it.
What do you say? The first deal is getting the amulet, and then we make
Yeah,
another
so
deal?
the mayor independently, I'm not sure how independent she is of Blackwater, wanted to talk to us about a plan of getting rid of the Bloody Hand.
I figured that was just because Blackwater probably told him to do that.
Yeah, I feel there is Blackwater written all over this request.
Yeah.
Which I think is another nice reason to side with Blackwater, though, for more money.
Yeah, could be.
Just, just a little extra caveat.
Anyways, I feel like we'll never fully come to a perfect agreement, so let's just start.
Of course.
What are we going to ask Blackwater? Like, what are the exact things we're going to ask? Like, how much money?
Well, I think maybe presenting the offer that we got from Bloody Hand.
Question. Do you have Shock here with you, or is it just the group?
Oh, Shock is outside with a girl. I don't remember who drinking.
Melody.
Melody, yeah. They're just drinking at a table right outside.
Did you want to involve them in this conversation, or do you want to just keep it between the group?
I think Shock is our guy. He's almost a contractor. I don't see.
Maybe he's got info we don't know. Like
maybe not
maybe
Melody.
He'll be like, and maybe he'll be like, definitely don't go with these guys because of this.
Yeah,
reason.
we could invite him, but no +1.
Oof.
All right. So you want him to come inside, but you're asking Melody not to.
I don't know, but we don't really know her, right?
I saved her life.
Yeah, you all saved her.
Yeah, we'll just say, hey, Shock, you mind coming in here for a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. He walks over. He says,
quick business.
Yeah, I'll be right back, Mel. Yes, what's up, lads?
I guess we give him since he's here, I'm assuming we're trusting him, so we give him a quick rundown of everything.
I think he already knows a lot of it,
okay.
Like, because I think he was in on the Iron Tide thing, wasn't he? Didn't you let him know what was happening? Yeah. So you kind of give him a rundown of what's going on. He listens and nods and says, that's quite the complicated situation. I don't know. I would assume you would side with Blackwater as you were initially working with him, but now you're thinking that these blood hands might be the way to go, huh?
It's just business, nothing more. We are not.
Well,
we will try to discuss better pay from him, because we do want a share of the loot and not just some gold.
Nods. He says, that vault does sound intriguing. I mean, I'm not one for magic things, but I know some of you are.
Yeah, but maybe it's actually, guys. Maybe it's we cannot really discuss anything other than before we talked to Blackwater. So we have two options after we talk to Blackwater. Either he agrees, or he doesn't. So if he agrees to share part of the loot with us, we just side with him, and take the next job. If he doesn't, then it becomes a little bit trickier, because I think we should stop telling like if he doesn't, we can just say we don't take the deal and don't go into details. Oh, then we'll go to Bloody Hand, etc., etc.
I don't think we should say that either.
Yeah, so we
should just say like,
okay, sorry, then
thinking
we will
about
think about it.
Yeah, we've been thinking about it. We think we deserve this strongly, just from talking to people in town. Just something. We'll say something. Looking it over. and this is the new deal. And if you don't accept it, it's all good. We'll go do other jobs.
So
We'll
you
just say
don't
something like
think we
that, kind of.
You don't think we should kind of leverage our other deal over him?
It's like, I'm just worried if we're like, oh yeah, like Bloodhands want this. Okay, we're gonna go with them. He might like, I don't know, like that makes us instant enemies, like in his place. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I think us stealing the the other two
but I'm just saying if it
artifacts.
gives us
He understands. He
chance to
understands that
leave, go to
he,
the
he
other place, and then
we
make
should
enemies with
not
them.
we should not tell that we work with Bloody Hand to Blackwater, because as soon as we do that, he understands that the only way how we can help Bloody Hand is steal this from him.
Yeah, so he's gonna like get more defensive, or I mean, like,
Just attack us right away.
just kill us.
It's
Well-
annoying that he's wearing the ring.
It's annoying that he's wearing the ring. Is that what you said?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, fingers, they come off, not too, not too hard.
Oh,
So
Well-
Shock is in here, right?
Yeah.
He works for Blackwater, right?
He did at one point.
Oh,
yeah, same as
okay.
us.
He's
He's just a mercenary from
was-
that other town.
Yeah, he was hired to help bring the caravan in, and then after that, he kind of became freelance. He's not one of Blackwater's people.
Oh,
So did
okay,
we.
never
So
mind
we
then.
worked for Blackwater once as
Yeah.
well. So
Basically, the same status as you all, because you all were brought in by the same caravan company that Blackwater owns.
Does
So-
Shock have any other kind of like pertinent thing about
So-
Blackwater or Bloody Hands that would make it like don't go with them, or is he just pretty indifferent?
So if you look to him, he says another thing to keep in mind, lads, is that if you do decide to work with the Bloody Hand, especially if anyone were to find out, you would probably become pariahs within the town, enemies of the people here. Same as if
Blackwater, it's a town, eh?
well, and because there's already the talk of you not actually destroying the Iron Tide. Not saying it makes you hate it or anything, but it's definitely a faction that won't earn you any love here. The Bloodhand are not well liked by this town.
By
Yeah.
the way, we talked with Bloodhand,
Definite-
and I was
definite.
wondering if they were lying or something. I bluntly asked them about their racketeering and extortions and everything like theft that they're doing in this town, and they actually almost felt like they think they were framed, because like they said, there is nothing really here to steal, and they may do such things in capital or somewhere in a bigger town, but not here. And it felt like they're here just for the ring and for the dagger and for the artifacts. What do you know? But why are they hated? Are they openly committing crime? Do
Just
we
like
have
the
any-
mafia, you know what I mean?
Well, do we have any
Proper, like-
direct evidence?
Like in real life, I'm just saying, it's kind of like the mafia. Like, oh, I don't have evidence that they killed that guy, but it's the mafia. You know what I mean? Like, we just know they're bad guys.
He says, I am new to town, as you all are. I mean, on the routes, I used to stop through Chaur every now and then, but never when the Bloodhand was here. That part is true. They only came to town more recently. As for what they've done here, I know that the people here don't like them, but there's not much sign I've seen that they're causing trouble within the town. So I almost wonder if that's maybe partially a fabrication from Blackwater, or maybe some other. Maybe they've done a few things and the people are angry, or maybe the mayor has caused some anger to happen against them. I couldn't tell you for sure.
Because it does seem feasible to me that they are here just for the artifacts, and honestly, this is a small town, not very rich. Like if they needed a place of operation, they would go somewhere else.
Yes, the only one
Kind
worth
of,
robbing here is probably Blackwater. The Cursed Church is also a place of mystery, but no one messes with that place.
Bro, I agree with you, but we're kind of at that point where, like you said, we're past the feelings, right? We're just gonna go.
It is.
Right, so-
You're right.
Like, I do agree with all that, but even if they're not doing anything bad, it matter for us at the end of the day, right? Like, we're gonna take whoever gives us more money, pretty much.
And
promised half the
people
vote.
think that they do that, which is important for our reputation, even if they
Exactly.
don't.
So if people think they're bad and then we kill them, like, it's not the worst. Like, you know, we're in a pretty moral dilemma here, so we just choose one. So
Yeah.
let's make a deal. We'll bring to
Let's
Blackwater
go.
now, and then we'll just go with it, I guess.
Yeah, let's go oil some diplomacy skills.
All right.
Healthy.
So the group is headed over to the Blackwater estate.
Yeah. But I just quickly, do we have like exactly what we want to do? Like, what is the deal we want to bring to them?
A share of the loot, and how big, that's discussable.
Yeah.
I don't even think he
I
actually
want, like,
knows what's all in it.
Yeah,
I
so
want
we
first
need-
dibs. I think we need first dibs. We
Yeah,
get
could
first
be.
choice of what's in there. Just so if there's anything like super powerful, no matter what, we get the first choice. I mean,
Good one.
makes sense.
Yeah, at least we could
Okay.
start
One more, but
arguing with that.
you said you think he knows what's in there, right?
No, I said I don't think he knows what's in it.
But
Yeah.
when you asked him if he knew specifically what's in there, you didn't think he told you everything.
Oh, last time. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Which leads me to believe he is after something specific, and that's why he's going through all this effort. You don't hire the mafia and a mercenary band for something
Right.
small, because he could have
I
just
was
done this
also-
himself, right?
I think
With
so.
like the resources.
I was also thinking our deal if we could include Kite not having to be like wanted anymore.
Can we not put that in the negotiation?
Why not?
I mean,
Can
you
we
don't
not-
It'll
know.
be safe.
Yeah.
So-
Can we not say, "And my friend a wanted criminal"? Well,
Yeah, you don't
kind of a
actually know
criminal.
if Blackwater even knows who Kite is. He doesn't seem like
Yeah.
he does.
Right, but it's just
No.
like his family that did it, right? If I remember that, like,
Yeah, I wasn't like formally charged, but like,
it's just like when you go to
can we
the
not?
police, you're just like, hey, just also my buddy, like, can you clean his record, kind of thing, like, and we'll do your job.
Yeah, but he doesn't know I have a record to clean, so we're
That's what
cool.
I'm saying. So we'll get, we just say, hey, can you clear Kite Solace's record, and then we'll join you.
Okay, well, I think us working with him anyway is going to help that.
Well,
I hope
No,
so.
Exactly.
Anyways, it's ultimately up to you,
I
Kite,
just
because
wanna
it's
go.
your thing. But I was
This
just
is
thinking if we
probably
could
in
just,
his
like,
interest, even. So we don't have to make it part of our negotiation, because it is in his interest to not work with someone who has a criminal record against his family. Like, I think he's interested in that.
yeah, like I was accused of sabotage and espionage against his family. He will not think, "Oh, what if he's doing that against me?" It is not a good idea to bring up.
Well,
I,
I
I'm
think
saying-
ultimately we should leave it up to Kite what he wants.
yeah.
If he wants it to happen, Shock
I
says.
was just saying that helping Blackwater eventually might make you look better.
That's true.
Shock looks to Kite and says, "You are involved in espionage against Blackwater's family."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No time for this.
Yeah, kinda.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I don't have an investment in that. I was just curious. All right. But
it's
yes,
like in one
I
of
would.
those
I would agree
Walking
that
Dead games where like Shock will remember that or whatever.
Shock will remember this. Yeah, he just says, I think ultimately that should be left up to Kite. Just my opinion, how he wants to broach that. It could be a useful resource, but yeah, that should be his decision.
Leave it out.
Yeah.
Right, let's go. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Fuck it up. I'm doing like vocal cord training, before we get there. La 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 la.
Also, I don't want to interrupt, but Melody wanted to speak with the group as well when you had a moment.
Sure.
But I assume that would be after your meeting with Blackwater.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Do you know?
Talk.
Do you know about what? Just heads up.
Yes, so she was interested in setting up a healing shop within the town, and she needed some help from the group with that. She wants to help relieve the suffering of the people using her medicine and alchemy skills. Or herbalism.
She sounds like a great person.
But whenever you have a chance to speak with her.
Yeah, after the deal.
Don't know
Let's
how
go
we
get,
could help.
make sure we're... The money is what she's...
I
Yeah.
believe she
Kind
needs
of
some
thing.
funding and possibly
That's okay.
some help from you, maybe diplomatically around town. But I'll let you and her talk about that.
We'll have to name the place then.
I'm sure she'd be fine with that. But yes, whenever you have
Just
a
call the
chance.
contractors.
I'm going to go back out and drink with her some more, but let me know how it goes. The talk with Blackwater.
Well, you could tell her we'll talk to her like in a bit. We just got a few things to do.
Of course.
I'm already thinking Healy McHillface.
All right.
Not gonna name it after the bear.
Oh
That's
yeah, actually.
Oh, I was gonna say after like log or something, so maybe log. But we could also name it after bear.
After the bear. All right. So Shock
Name
leaves
it
and
after all
goes
the
back
people-
out.
Logan Debras.
No, all the
These
people
drugs
lost. Rin,
Deborah's healing
Clog,
shop.
Yawn. Win, Clog, Yawn.
All right.
Great
So
name.
are you heading up to Blackwaters?
Yep.
All right.
Feeling it.
It is about 12 o'clock when
just in
you
time.
get there, about lunchtime, when you said you would. The guards would greet you and allow you entrance. But you're taken to the main hall where there are several figures all at work as per last time. Lots of mercenaries here, books, crates, supplies in general. Blackwater smiles and gives you a nod as you approach. He says, friends, welcome back. I was looking forward to our meeting.
Us too.
Now, where is Blackwater?
We have much to talk about. Are we talking right now, or are we like gonna go sit down and eat, or?
he's already there. You can see it, smell the food.
We're probably eating here.
Wondering.
We're not gonna go to some fantasy Starbucks.
Yeah. So he says, well, if you're hungry, we could have some food. I wasn't actually planning to eat lunch just yet, but if that would make it easier to talk, we can certainly do that.
That's all right. Out of game, I truly thought we were going for lunch, and I didn't want to just start talking in the middle of the hall, so I was just asking if we were going to go sit down. That's why I was just asking, like, do I start talking now?
I think he said something.
Anyways.
Last time he said something about he'll make his cooks.
Okay. Sure. So if he had said that...
It's fine if he didn't. I was just like...
He would invite you to the dining hall then, where there would be some food that they had prepared, invite you all to sit. And basically, so he would start eating with you all. And as he did, he would say, so have you come to an agreement on what is to be done?
Well, it depends on, like we still have some things we need to clarify.
Of course. I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
First of all, if we agree to work for you, what would be the job? Like, what do we plan? Like, here you are here with 2 artifacts. You have another group here with the 3rd one. And you have us. So what would you want us to do? This is first. And second, of course, is payment.
Of course.
And what do we expect to get from you if we agree to your job? So what do you want us to do? And how much you're going to pay us?
Of course. Well, if we do decide to work together, the first thing we have to do is secure the 3rd artifact, which will require some amount of skill, most likely, as it will not be easy to obtain. I assume you already know of its location.
We do, and here, we are quite aware.
Well, once we're able to get that artifact, I plan to make the journey along with my mercenaries north of here to visit Issyk, the ruined city. Then we must make our way deeper into Issyk, find the vault, and unlock it.
Would
That's
you
the
join the expedition yourself?
Of course. I fully intend to be there when the vault is opened. And hopefully you all will be there with me. I
Certainly hope.
always personally attend all my archaeological digs, even the dangerous ones.
Do you have many?
I've gone on quite a few. One way I entertain myself while in the outskirts of the Empire is doing these little projects to uncover civilizations of the past.
This is indeed very exciting.
It is.
The history is one of my passions as well. So I hear you.
So you understand then, which is surprising as a construct. I wouldn't think you'd be interested in such things.
I like things that are unlike me, and humans are very much unlike me.
I can see that. Well, is there, do you have, so that's my plan in a nutshell. Obviously there's going to be complications, which we'll have to deal with as we go, but do you have any questions?
What kind of
Hey.
complications?
Yeah, and this one as well.
He says, well, before we get into the details, I have to know that you are an ally, as I don't want to discuss my plans with someone who might not be working with me. My enemies would pay great amounts to know of my plans, so it's not something I can just reveal.
So the second part of the question, the money, and what
Yes, the
what are we
payment.
getting paid?
So, I would be more than happy to offer you large sums of gold for each journey of the trip. I know that you are on the higher end of skill when it comes to mercenaries, so you would be getting much more than a simple soldier's salary. The dagger, as was paid, was 1,000 gold. I would be more than happy to give you another 1,000 to get the next piece of the puzzle, the amulet.
Okay, but
Want more?
let's think about okay, the next piece of the puzzle. This is one thing, but let's think we got you next piece of the puzzle, and we got to the Issyk, and we got inside, and we have all of those items. We would like a share. We would like a share of what's inside in the vault, if we're gonna work with you.
Give me a persuasion attempt. He seems to hesitate a bit. He says, I'd much rather offer you a king's ransom. I have a lot of gold that I am willing to pay.
We're interested in more than just gold, though.
We are.
He looks to Copper and says, you are a wizard, I believe, yes?
We're close.
So
I'm more. My power comes from inside me, not from learning books.
I see. Well, I understand your interest in magics, but what does a Minotaur care of the magics of a vault from centuries and centuries ago? Or the rest of you? I'm curious what all your interests are.
Well, beyond obvious wealth, we're all accustomed to power and making sure we can keep getting more powerful and curiosity and such.
But what would you do with an artifact of the past? Or a magic book or something that you couldn't use?
Well, I guess that's for us to figure out.
But what do you mean couldn't use? How do you know if we would be able to use it? We can figure it out. The thing is that you are trying to pay us with something you have in very, so to say, in plenty, with gold, and something that we can get ourselves. The thing that you will get in the vault cannot be measured in gold. And this is the most interesting and the most important part of your journey and of what is at the other end. So we really, yes, this, I don't think this is discussable. Just another mercenary job, just another 1,000 gold pieces. Like, you would not even buy a decent set of armor with the money that you offered us for the dagger. So I don't think it's gonna fly.
He says 1,000 gold buys quite a decent set of armor. You could probably buy a large patch of a town or a area of a city for that much. 1,000 gold is more money than most see in a lifetime. But I can understand what you're saying. The truly unique in this world is not something that the ordinary person generally gets a chance to see or touch. And you are more skilled than most of the mercenaries I employ. That said, even my strongest mercenaries, the great, what's his name? The great cleric Father Gregory Duval, I'm paying in gold and favors to the church. So what is it that makes you special enough that you would ask for a share in the vault itself, something I'm not offering to any of my other mercenaries for this job?
Consider it a favor to the Church of Contractors.
It's the same reason why we were the ones who were able to get the dagger.
Yeah.
You weren't able to send mercenaries there. You had to have us there.
We got the job done.
Well, I mean, technically you were mercenaries, but you do make a good point. You were able to succeed in something fairly monumental. Give me another persuasion check. Any of the ones who've been talking.
Use inspiration here.
Okay. So he ponders a moment and says, alright, what you are asking for is fair. You'll be part of the struggle, probably more so than many of the other mercenaries. The only thing I am asking is that, he says, I will give you a fair split, half of the treasures within there. My only ask is that I would get first pick of the things within the vault.
I turn to the guys. I'm alright with that.
He says, and no other payments for the, obviously, for the steps we take to get there. You would be working for the end goal of the treasure, like myself.
Gold and half the loot is what you're saying.
He's saying no gold.
No gold. You would get the third piece, and your payment would be at the end of the road. It would be half the treasure in the vault. So that would include getting the third artifact, because you would be invested in the end.
I'm
myself.
looking at the guys and saying, like, it's like 1,000 gold that we would get otherwise. It's not really that impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got more than this 1,000 gold.
And all the payments he would give you for, like, going to Issyk, like, he probably was going to pay you for all the steps of this journey. So you would just be getting the treasure at the end.
I think this is a better deal anyway.
But he sort of half smiles and looks at all of you, waiting for a response. I feel this is more than generous on my part. It means I'll be getting a little bit less than I was expected, but I feel this will very much up the chances of success, as you've already shown yourselves to be quite skilled.
a way we can talk without him hearing?
Well, I want to
No.
ask him something real quick.
Okay.
So you want first pick? It seems like you obviously know that there's something in there that you want. What would that be?
He says, I feel like I've already made a very fair offer. I can have my secrets.
Fair enough.
So, is this acceptable? Half of the treasure, including gold within the vault. And there is going to be a substantial amount of gold in there, he says. A kingdom's worth of treasure from the old... what was the name of it? From the old... Oh, do I not have it here? I want to say Tharian Empire, but it might be something else.
I wrote it down 1 sec. To the journal. Do-do-do-do-do.
I thought I imported that. But yeah, I believe it's the old Tharian Empire. So we're
Yes,
talking
it is,
massive amounts of gold bars as well as magical items from even farther back.
I guess we kind of quickly huddle, and I'm like,
Wait, you're
We
sitting
should
at
do
a
it,
table.
guys.
How are you huddling?
we put like a big menu between us and him, and we have behind the menu. Okay, guys, so you can't hear us now.
You probably wouldn't have a way to huddle at the table. You could
No.
just talk openly between each other, but he would hear.
Lean over.
Unfortunately, at this point, there's no real way to hide what you're saying unless you had something else set up, which I don't think you do.
Oh, we can like it seems okay
this
to
is
me.
this is the deal, right?
He says, this is the
Yeah.
deal. Yes. I don't think I could
Yeah.
get much more fair than this. In fact, I think you all are getting the much better end of this deal. But I believe that, as I said, it's worth it to ensure the success of my trip.
My man.
I would agree.
So,
Rick,
do we have a deal?
sure everyone's on board. Rick,
Say
Yeah.
yay or nay. Yay here.
you yell out the window, Kite, we're gonna take the deal. No, I don't do that. I'm kidding.
Where is Kite? Kite's in here with you, isn't he?
He is?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's
Oh,
in-
he
came.
is.
Yeah, I thought
sorry,
he
you never
I thought
came,
he
so I
came with
was-
you. He's met Blackwater before, I think. Just he hasn't because I believe he's using like a different identity.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am Kieran
Yeah.
Stone.
Yeah, so yeah, Blackwater wouldn't recognize him.
Yeah, I think
We're all in agreement then?
we are.
He
So
smiles.
let's talk about the next steps in more details.
Yeah,
Deal.
he smiles
Contractors
and
set.
he says, "Excellent. Well, that is good to hear. I think we should finish eating, and after that, we can discuss the next steps." So, I assume you all would finish lunch, probably talking to each other about maybe just small talk and maybe a couple of the things that will be needed, maybe gear-wise. But let's see. Well, I guess maybe he'll talk about that stuff now. What's next? So he says, obviously you know that the Blood Hand have the amulet. I assume by now, because you have met with them several times.
Cithril? Does she have it?
Yes,
Yes.
I believe Cithril is the one who has the amulet. Her people stole it from me at one point during the assembling of the 3 items. So most likely it is her who has it. Now I already have plans underway to discredit them within the town, and public opinion has turned on them quite a bit. So the only thing we have to make sure of is that she doesn't escape with the amulet if things get too bad. So when we strike, we have to do so decisively and make sure we catch her in a trap. If she gets away with the amulet, it'll make things much more difficult going forward.
Why do you want to discredit her? Because that's just increases the chance of her leaving.
just to make it harder for her to operate within the city, because she has been trying to find ways into my estate. We have caught some of her people trying to break in. And she has been operating here as well. I want to make sure that the town guard and the mayor are in my corner, which so far they have been, if that makes sense.
It does. The mayor looked very much in your corner.
Yes.
Last time we spoke to her.
Well, and the mayor has other reasons for disliking the Blood Hand, personal reasons, which makes the job easier. But I believe there is a way that we can sneak into the Blood Hand base and attack Cithril directly. It's not something... Well, I'm assuming from the size and strength of your people that you're not all that stealthy.
You would be correct.
Good observation, yes.
So there is another way that we could possibly use to get into the Blood Hand base. A series of tunnels that exist under the city. An ancient ruin that, as far as I know, I am the only one that knows about. We would use these tunnels to come up from underneath her, come into the house, and attack her without her even knowing. It would be a good way to get the jump on her.
Is she located at Darkwater Inn, or do they have some house, like an estate nearby?
The
No, they're in a
Bloodhand?
house, so to the left.
Yeah,
Bloodhound base.
He says, I've
Okay,
seen
they
you
do have a
go.
base.
I've seen you go into their base several times.
Yeah. Sorry, I was somehow. Yeah.
He says, I was keeping an eye on all of you. I had
We
to.
know.
We were
Yeah.
keeping an eye on you.
I assumed. I had to know if you were going to be trustworthy to work with. And I believe the Bloodhand were also keeping an eye on you. If I would not be surprised if they had people tailing you, so they probably know you've been speaking to me. I think it best to wait on revealing the fact that you're working with me. He says, in fact, we should probably speak more privately, as he kind of looks around at the servants, now realizing maybe he should have waited to talk about this stuff. That's why I was waiting. I was like, maybe he didn't want to talk about this stuff at lunch. Alright, so let's say he didn't talk about this stuff at lunch. He pulled you into his private office after lunch. That's what I was originally going to say.
Or he just sent all the servants out.
Well, no, he would want to take you into a room off to the side to make sure no one was listening. So let's say he brought you into his private office to discuss things after lunch. So he says, I definitely want to keep it secret that you're working for me. So the Bloodhand don't know that you're an enemy yet. So the next step, unless you all have a better idea, is to explore these underground tunnels and find a way into the Bloodhand base from below. Once we have a secure path and know where Cithril is, we can strike her quickly. I can put people in place to make sure she doesn't escape, and maybe even a joint strike with the town guard. I believe that the mayor would be more than happy to eliminate or capture Cithril. So that is the next step.
Looks exciting.
Oh, and I have someone who is working with me that could be of use to you in this stealthy endeavor. And he kind of motions to one of his guards, who nods and walks out.
George?
No.
Almost.
I'm
No.
guessing a fairy.
No, it's not George, although George
A very
has...
specific guess for Rick.
George...
I'll bet you one gold it's not a fairy.
Yeah, it's probably George.
George has spoken highly of your exploits with the Iron Tide, but no, it's not George. And the guard would come back a moment later with a small humanoid. And what would this humanoid look like?
Well, this humanoid is a 2 tall fairy, covered with a cape and a cloak to keep the features fairly hidden, and she's accompanied by an owl. You can't see her hair at the moment, or most of the facial feature, but you can tell that she's wearing the skull of an animal as a hat.
I
Oh.
can't hear you very well. You kept cutting out
Oh.
there. I don't know if that was
Oh,
for
weird.
anyone else.
A little
Was I
bit.
cutting off for everyone else? Oh,
I was getting it a little bit. But
What about the animal?
just have the skull of an animal as a hat.
Gotcha.
That's what I thought.
My friend V here is actually somewhat already has been somewhat already in hiding within the Blood Hand organization. So I'm hoping that their insight can help with the strike against Sithril.
you're welcome. Your help is.
Did you work for Bloody Hand?
V immediately looks at the huge robot and is like, "What kind of human are you?"
I'm the kind of human which is not.
We don't have your kind. What are you? Are you from the south? Wait.
Racist.
Look at this, and I just put the sleeve up, just revealing the metal frame and everything. Do I look like a human, small one?
V is just gonna shrug and is like, "I prefer the big one," pointing at the Minotaur.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I like this. I like this one.
fair choice. The very good choice. I would
Way better
prefer the
than
big
George.
one over me anyway.
Oof.
Well,
I am not alone, by the way.
I'm glad you all
I
are
am
already getting along so well.
It's like we've been
says.
together for a lot longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I will at least for now leave you all to get acquainted, to speak a little bit. You can use my office here, but afterwards come speak to me and we can talk more about the tunnels and the next steps. And Blackwater will exit. Unless anyone says anything.
Good.
He says, as I've told you my plan to break into the Blood Hand base, but if you all have a better idea of how to accomplish getting the amulet, I would be more than happy to hear. I just haven't been able to come up with anything that is as reliable as that.
We will talk between us.
All right. All right, so he says, actually, no, you can't use my office. Get out of here. You wouldn't
I was going to say.
He's like, yeah,
I was
you
gonna
You
say,
get out of
he's-
here. You
he
get
left.
out. We're in your.
no,
left.
he would probably just say, that's all I have to speak with you for now. But once you're ready, let me know and we can proceed to the next part of the plan.
Yes. So let's do this.
All right, so the
So
group is
I-
leaving with their new ally.
Yeah,
Do we have to
and
go anywhere?
on the way, I want to ask V about everything. So how come? How come like
Where are you talking
Black
about this?
on the way? I don't know.
I assume
Where-
you've left the estate at this point.
how
Would we
how
worry
come
about
what?
people like spies and stuff?
How come what?
And I will I'm not I'm trying to speak it when there are no people around. Probably somewhere maybe outside. So what do you know about Blood Hands? So Blackwater said that you have been like infiltrated in their organization or something like that. Like you know a lot about them. Like how come? Can you tell us a little bit? What led you
How much?
to this situation?
So let's say that maybe. Why don't we say that V actually has not infiltrated them? I'll just say that V is working for Blackwater, because or else it would be weird for V to go outside, because she might be noticed by someone Because you're assuming Black or the Blood Hand are watching the compound.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can just say they started searching the tunnels. They're the
Yeah, so V is just another, you would assume, mercenary who's been working for Blackwater. Though a fairy is something that is exceptionally rare within the, within Gaian.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of a tradition in our group to have exceptionally rare individuals.
True.
Indeed.
League of, just extraordinary, gentlemen of sorts.
Warforged
Yes,
is
League of
probably also very rare.
I'm gonna point at Kite, and what's so special about Kite then? About this one?
He has 12 toes.
I'm a
Oh.
vampire.
He's standing
Well,
out
which
in the
one is it?
sunlight.
Have you ever seen a 12-toed vampire?
Okay.
All right. So
Okay, but do you really think we need and like I'm finding a place where we could not be overheard. Do you really think we need this to be violent? Because we do have a couple of quite potent abilities here, because V is so small and Kite is able to make things invisible.
Well, V is
Could
2 feet
we-
tall.
Yeah,
Actually,
I can be small. I can be smaller.
is V
Ah,
2 feet? Is that the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Small. Yeah, 2 feet. Yep. It's small. It's small
That
size.
is
It's
so
not tiny.
small.
Yeah.
I can get
Very
smaller.
small.
Don't worry.
Yeah, so
well-
and Kite can make things invisible. I think if we know where the amulet is, we could just she could just take it.
That is something we could try, but
Crazy.
there's the danger of booby traps and alarms and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With all respect,
Oh,
I see
details,
you.
details.
Yes, you're not the one going in.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna have to risk my life for you people that I don't
Oh.
even know, I'm gonna make sure that I go in safe.
You don't even know us.
Exactly.
So where are you headed at this point? Are you just talking out in the
I have
open?
no idea. I think we're just right outside because
I
once we
think
get ready,
let's
we're
go
gonna
to
just
the
turn around. We're
Talk
just
to the mayor?
Well, no,
sure.
Melody wanted to talk to her.
Well, I mean, ask what kind of payment for getting rid of the Blood Hand.
Set a plot of
We
land.
double.
No,
Yes.
we need to.
Well, no, because I think that if we visit the mayor and Blackwater again in quick succession, that might tip them off.
I'm ready to go, but you're right. I don't want to. Are we just planning on killing all of them? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yes.
That's the problem, like with me, because it seems a little bit barbaric, I would say. Just going in and killing all the Bloodwater, and that's what I told. Like we talk too much to everyone, and we are too close to all of them, and we kind of see them as people. Like you have this thing, you humanoids, and it would
We
be
go
quite
through
hard.
the tunnels, and then when we get close, we do some, invisibility stuff, and then if they attack us, then we're defend ourselves. I guess that'll be.
Yeah, that's a reasonable approach. I'm just like why do we need to talk to mayor? I think we
Not
talked
sure.
to enough people already.
I was just seeing if we could get, some kind of payment for helping her as well.
You said she'll give us a plot of land in the town.
Oh,
We help
that's
her.
right. I forgot what she...
Yeah. Down
Yeah,
here.
she had mentioned some land to the south that if you wanted to help her get rid of the Blood Hand, she would give to you and your people to build on.
That was such a
Okay,
bad memory.
yeah, I think blood hand kind of drew the short straw, unfortunately. They'll have
Try
to
our
go.
best not to kill them.
Yeah, but if we have to.
All right.
Let's not forget they are not good guys. None of people here involved in this are good guys.
So I guess does the group want to just pass some time until Blackwater gets in touch with you?
Sure.
On the
Don't
next
have too much to
steps?
do. I think for me,
Downtime, Lou. I want to learn Goblin somehow.
the
How do I do
operation.
that?
So learning a new language is one of the learning a skill things you can do. Does everyone have things that they want to do during downtime that you've decided on? I think some of you have started on those as well, right?
Fight's on his way to learning Giant.
But that's only with you.
I'm writing my book.
Yeah, you can be working on your book. That's fine. So, let's see. Yeah, I was going to pass some time as things kind of get established. Blackwater comes up with a plan. You all are kind of living within this town. I believe. So it's not crime or gambling or pit fighting. It was, I think, research. No.
Training?
Yeah, it was training. That's right. Where's training? All right, so let me go down the line. Copper, you said you're working on your book.
Yep.
So that probably isn't going to make you any money, or do
No,
any.
I'm not. I'm doing this for academic pursuits.
Okay. So it's not really research. It's more of just a. What's your book going to be about?
Humanoids of Gaian, their habits and social rituals.
Okay, so you're just kind of writing from what you've observed.
Yes.
Sure. So.
I already we already talked about it. I already have 5 days of effort overall in this book, so it's just starting.
Yeah. What about V? Is there anything in particular you want to work on?
Nope. If we have some free time, I would like perform in the market, like center town or something. But otherwise, no.
Okay, so that would probably just be work. Give me a performance check for the week.
Using my trusty lyre. Okay. Performance.
Oh, liar.
Not good.
Broke a string.
All right.
Thanks.
So unfortunately, you do very poorly, and you would you wouldn't make any money, and you would do a poor lifestyle for the week unless you want to just spend money on a normal lifestyle of moderate.
Humans are so hard to please.
So Kite, what are you doing for the week?
I think it's probably good researching.
Are we gonna have 1 week of downtime, basically?
Yes, it'll be 7 days.
Oh, if it's 7 days, then I didn't want to just perform. I thought you meant like just for like the day or something.
No, it's for 7 days.
Actually, then like again, I also thought that this is like downtime for 1 day.
Oh, all right. Well,
how-
yeah, it's
how
going to be for
far-
7 days.
How far is it to? Okay, we don't have too much money, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So Copper, are you still working on your book?
Yeah. I'm working on my book.
And
That's
V,
my thing.
are you still performing?
In that case, I wanted to explore the cursed church. Well, like I don't know if that's an adventure on its own or if like
That
I
is
know
an
about it.
adventure on itself. You would probably.
And yeah, I'll just.
From what you've heard, you'd probably die if you went there alone. Like, that's like, you need backup for sure. Everyone who's
Yeah,
gone in there has gone insane. Like, even powerful people who've tried to go in there have died, so you'd consider yourself fairly powerful.
I'm interested in it, but fine, I'll just perform for the week then.
Okay. What about Kite? What are you doing for the week? You said research? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the options, thinking what I should do with my week.
And you can come up with other things like the Copper's book thing. But basically, yeah, there's a lot of downtime as Blackwater prepares for the next steps. And also, your options are limited because this is kind of an out-of-the-way town. Like, there's no huge
Yeah, like I don't
library.
think there's like an actual library to research
But
from.
if there's any like crafting you want to do, like make potions, or like if you want to start working on some kind of item, like those are all options.
Yeah.
What I will do actually, I want to buy a jeweler's kit.
Okay.
Something I didn't have before.
So there is a jeweler in town, and I'll say that he can sell you one for book price.
Yeah.
Well, while Kite's thinking about what he wants to do, Foreful, what do you want to do?
I would like to try to learn a language.
That's right, you're doing training.
Like learn, yeah. I'm trying to look for it now. Training.
So for training, you have to find someone to teach it to you, and I don't think anyone in the group speaks, you said Goblin? Is that what you want to learn?
Is what I would like to learn.
So no one in the group, I don't think, speaks Goblin, right?
I don't.
No.
Okay,
I don't
so
think so.
if you ask around, there is a person in town who does speak Goblin.
I'd like to ask to teach me, please.
Which was, what was his name? I think you actually met this guy, but let me double check.
Big Toe?
Doru. The herbalist.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. I'll go see Yorn. I'll go see this guy.
Alright, so he agrees to start training you, which would take, let's see, 10 work weeks, so 10 weeks, but it's reduced by your intelligence modifier. Do you have any intelligence modifier?
7. No, it's 0.
Okay, so it would be 10 weeks, and it would cost, he would ask for 25 gold pieces per week for his time. So you okay doing that?
So you want me to just... Are we spending an entire week right now doing it? Or is it
Yeah.
throughout like a mix of time kind of thing?
Well, time is going to pass, and we'll see how much time goes by, but I want to get your plans for what you're doing while you're here.
I will do that.
Okay.
That's what I would like.
Yeah, so go ahead and spend the 25 gold for that. And let me roll for a complication. See if anything happens.
I have to do that. Only I'm reading this book too, okay?
Okay. And what about Morbreck?
Religious services.
Religious services. I don't think anyone's done that before.
Weddings.
A baptism.
So attending to
Weddings, funerals.
so like helping out at the Palor Shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a intelligence, religion, or charisma, persuasion. Okay. So yeah, you spend some time during the week, although you don't really make any lasting impressions, so you don't get much out of it, unfortunately. So 7 days would pass as yep.
I think I'll go gambling.
All right.
Hi.
So that would actually mean that you are fairly involved with the Blood Hand, because they're probably the only ones that do like any gambling worth doing. Are you okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. So you spend your days within the Blood Hand base in their dens with their people, because they're the only
Do
ones with
some
money.
recon.
Let's see.
I am
So how much gold
proficient.
do you want to wager?
Put it all
No,
on black.
Let's see.
Just
Come on,
One
baby,
work
let it
week.
ride.
10 gold pieces to a maximum of 1,000. You make a series
You
of
know-
checks.
you put everything on like if it is red, we go with blood hand. If it's black, we go with Blackwater.
So how much you wagering
I
for
would
the
do-
week?
30 gold.
30 gold pieces. All right. So
Oh, smokes.
you make 3 checks: wisdom, charisma, deception, and charisma intimidation. If you have proficiency with an appropriate gambling set, your tool proficiency can replace one of the relevant skill checks, and I set the DC. So I need first, do you have any gambling, just like cards or proficiency with
Yes,
dice?
cards.
So do you want to replace one of those checks with cards? Wisdom, insight, deception, or intimidation?
But
Intimidation. Would probably
Okay.
Be...
So first, give me a wisdom insight check.
got this. Let's go. Game are you playing?
Oh.
Hey.
All right, so that is 1 success. Next, I need a charisma deception check.
How much can he win?
He bet 30 gold.
Oh. Gotta make
That
it too.
is, let's see, that's actually equal. So that would be,
18?
so that is a check. Yeah, well, because I roll for it, 2d10s plus 5.
Okay.
So that actually is another success, so that's 2 successes. And now a cards check.
How would I roll that?
You would use your tool check, and you can use either, I'll say intelligence or dexterity. I'll give you a choice.
For cards, okay. Playing cards, but
12, all right. Oh wow, that's a success. That was a shitty roll on my
Yes.
part. So you get 3 successes. So you double the money you bet. So you make you get another 30 gold
There you go.
for a week of gambling.
How much, guys, for honest work?
Yeah. So the week would pass fairly quickly as you're waiting for things to happen. Also, I assume you're all living a moderate lifestyle, so that would be 7 gold pieces each for your upkeeps.
oh, easy come, easy go.
What do you mean? You made 30.
Yeah.
So V, you can live a poor lifestyle if you want, and that would be for free because you've been working. But otherwise, you'd pay 7 gold pieces to live a moderate lifestyle.
Live with us, V. We got a place over at the inn.
Yeah.
Room with us. You seem cool.
So do you want to pay the 7V, or do you want to just live kind of poorly?
Hello.
I'll spend. How much is it?
7 gold pieces for a moderate lifestyle.
I'll pay for a moderate, yeah.
Okay, so each of you spend 7. A couple of events are going to happen during the week, so I'll go through those real quick. So Copper was writing his book. So let's see. Actually, V, how much gold do you have right now after the 7 gold pieces?
How much gold I have?
Yeah.
83.
83 left?
Yes.
So during the week, unfortunately, you were robbed, losing 20 gold pieces. You're not sure.
Excuse me.
You're not sure.
With my 17 perception, I didn't notice anything.
Yes, unfortunately, whoever stole from you is extremely good at stealth.
She's 20, you said.
Yeah, 20 gold pieces. Someone lifted one of your belt pouches while you were performing at the inn.
That will teach you to live poor lifestyle.
No,
Oh,
V
I didn't leave. I
actually,
wasn't.
V actually, I was gonna have it happen to you because of the poor lifestyle, but then since you didn't, I rolled and it was still you. So apparently the dice gods have it out for you. But yeah,
You know,
so go ahead.
I'm not gonna let this go. I'm gonna
No,
try to find whoever did.
I don't blame you. But yeah, so you unfortunately did not see them. So whoever it was pretty talented. What do you want to try to do about this, if anything?
First of all, notice how long after I've been robbed did I notice? Was it like an hour after?
I'll say
Or
like
do I have
you think it was at least like a half hour. It was after one of your performances you noticed the belt pouch missing. So it was probably when you got off stage to have a drink in the middle of one of them.
I'll ask everyone, see if any people noticed anything.
All right, give me. I'll say investigation will help you with this, or persuasion, if you want to ask someone else for help in the group as well.
I don't know them yet that well. I don't.
Well,
as far as I know, could be one of them.
you've been talking to them during the week, and I mean, you all have been interacting in the tavern. So, well, I mean, if you don't want to ask them, you don't have to. I'm just giving you the option.
Not today.
Okay. Oh, good check. So you're talking to some people and looking for clues, and you do find some evidence that suggests, I'll say, you notice a couple of white hairs that are on you that you don't recognize. And you did see... yeah, I'll start with that. You notice some white hairs on you.
Do I know anyone who has white hair?
You haven't seen anyone, though a lot of people do wear cloaks. You've seen a bunch of cloaked people. And yes, white hair is very distinctive. It means you're probably robbed by someone older, or maybe someone with platinum/white hair. It's definitely not something that that's average, like someone with white hair.
Can I? Am I inside a place right now, right? Or is it outside?
You're in the inn. You're at the Maplewood.
All right.
I'll see the party in general is kind of in the Maplewood, yeah. So your group is here too. This is like 3 days into the downtime.
All right, I'm gonna look around, see if I notice anyone with white hair.
So not at the inn currently. There's no one here that you see that has white hair.
Then I'm gonna rush outside and fly up and look around the inn, see if I notice anyone.
Okay. So you go and fly up. Give me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
You're kind of trying to get a view on things. So yeah, you would fly around for a bit, keeping an eye out. As I said, lots of people, or there are people, maybe not lots, but there are people with cloaks on, but you don't see anyone with obvious white hair.
Freaking 17p passive perception. I don't see nobody.
They might not be here anymore, though. I mean, you would guess that if they stole from you, they're probably not going to hang around.
Fair enough. But do I notice any tracks or anything?
I mean, there's lots of tracks.
Yeah, like any... Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm going to go back in and tell everyone then.
All right. So you all, at least some of you would probably see V kind of flying around, seeming annoyed. And now, is it she or he?
She.
So she would come up and kind of, I would guess, start complaining about this, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to straight say immediately, if I find anybody who stole my gold, the person who did, I will murder them.
So
blaming us, are you?
Yeah, I'll say you're all here right now. This is just during the day, between like when you're all doing your things.
Let's all pretend and agree this was Blood Hand, so we have reasons if in case we go against them.
It's the Blood Hand. Actually, if you say this to everyone, Give me everyone. Give me intelligence or investigation checks. Your choice.
Yeah, I
Someone
was
may
wondering
have.
if this topless bloodhand guy had blonde
How
hair.
about a strength check?
No, strength wouldn't help here. All right. Or
my
actually,
brain.
sorry. Investigation what's
It did a
the
save,
perception? So you can use perception as well
better.
if you want.
Yeah, I rolled intelligence already.
All right. So, Copper, when V mentions white hair, you don't remember seeing anyone specifically with white hair, but you believe you remember a younger woman who had the kind of what looked like part of a ponytail sticking out under a cloak that had white hair, who was here, who you've seen here a couple of times throughout the week, and you noted, probably being a Warforged studying humans, that, that's interesting to see someone that young with white hair.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mention it. Actually, I would not take a note of this otherwise, but I found a very interesting feature that is not, so to say, not common for your species. I remember like a young girl with like weird young like ponytails sticking out of her hood. So it's not that common, I think, having white hair, especially at such a young age. That's why I noticed it. I'm not sure. Maybe we can ask around. Who was she?
So, have you seen her more than once? Does she come here often?
I'm not sure. Did I? Or was it the one time?
You only noticed her once. You saw her the one time, she seemed like she was being a bit I don't want to say mysterious, but like concealing of herself. Like you just kind of noticed her quickly because she was trying to stay unnoticed, basically.
All right.
Yeah, only once. I would not pay attention to her. Otherwise, she just
But you
seemed a
don't.
little bit too shy.
Yeah, you don't remember seeing her at the Bloodhand base or around town at all. You only remember seeing her that one time. That, as I
Was
said,
it a long time ago?
It was probably yesterday, so the day before V had her thing stolen. Her
I'll
money.
tell it to her. Well, yeah, I have I'm not sure how good of a lead this is, but that's the best we have.
So she's been here more than one day if it's her. I am going to open my cloak and let out my familiar, which is an owl.
Alright, so your owl comes flying out.
And I'm gonna tell him to keep guard in front of, like, on top of the tavern.
I assume
and to
that
let
was
me know.
that was from your like dimensional pocket thing.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so it wouldn't make much sense since the owl is almost as big as you.
Yeah. It's
Alright.
not in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the owl flies out. Everyone's like, "Oh!" as they watch it fly around the tavern and kind of go up to the roof. Flies out the window.
And just wait here and let me know when something happens. If it notices the person that the Warforged is talking about.
I shall keep an eye out, Master.
I'll
says to you
turn to
mentally.
Kite. I'll turn to Kite and say, "You should get one of those."
I mean, I can do that too, and I do. I do silent image, illusionary owl.
Oh,
Illusionary owl flies out within 15 feet. Stays close. So, are you actually casting silent image? Alright, so the people in the bar seem a little worried as you start channeling magical energy. But when you just make a poof of an owl, they just all kind of clap. Yay!
That license, Kite?
Huh?
That license, the magic one?
Yeah. And then I that was also something I wanted to do. I wanted to look at Copper's license, just interest.
I do have my license.
Yeah, he got
I
licensed.
did get it.
Yeah, but I have a license too, and I just want
So
Compare them.
the bartender
Ah.
would kind of say, "Hey, contractors, no magic in the bar, please. You're gonna freak people out.
Sorry. My friend was
Sorry.
just, showing us a joke. All right, well, we won't do it again.
He just nods. Goes back to cleaning his glasses. Alright, so you're gonna have your owl keep watch and just let you know if it sees anything?
Yep.
Is there anything else you're doing to look into this, or could I just keep passing time?
No, for me that's it.
Okay.
Wait, Lou, did we talk to Melody?
I don't think you have yet. I can say that happens during the week. I just wanted to get your actions, what you're doing for the week. So we'll say maybe on the first day we'll rewind time a bit. You go speak to Melody. I assume you talk to her pretty quickly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
she
I don't
wanted
have any
something.
reason
Let's
to
see
wait,
how we
so-
can help.
All right.
We can help during the week.
Melody, if you go and see her that first day, she would say, "Oh, good, Shock told you. Yes, there's something I was hoping I could do for the town. I wanted to start an actual healing shop, or maybe a doctor's office. I'm not sure what they'd call it here, but someplace to help heal and help the people of Chaur. I was looking into it, but unfortunately I don't have the money to start it myself. I would need another 100 gold pieces to get it going. And I was hoping maybe all of you could help me with that." She says, "If I did get it going, I could probably help you make potions and help heal you if you needed it, as well as I could tell everyone that the contractors helped me fund this place, so it would probably..."
I'm fine with that.
Where would it be located?
She says, "Oh, really? Oh, it would just be within the marketplace over here. There's a nice little area. I wanted to build a place."
In as well. I like the idea.
It's
I like
about
potions.
about time to give this Doro some competition. His potion
Oh.
prices are outrageous.
Yeah, that.
Outrageous.
Okay.
She says, "If you ever come upon rare herbs or any type of magical components, I could help turn them into something more useful."
We still have some.
Didn't we have it already? Like, actually,
That's,
we could give it to her. I don't think we have.
nature regions and arcane regions.
I'm pretty sure the nature regions, Yorn has them. I don't know.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
Okay.
I'll take that off.
No.
Then we get the arcane
Rare
one.
herbs, Yorn has, I think.
Yeah, true.
Yorn
I
took our
think
good stuff, eh?
rare herbs he has, and I think nature components, if they are in party loot, they are. I think we also found some rare herbs, but he just took them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay then.
But that's understandable. He's the only one who can
Anyways.
use them.
Taking the nature regions out of the party loot.
Alright, well, do you think you could give me the 100 gold to get started?
I would help. Like, what does it mean? 5? It's like 20 each?
Well,
Oh,
everyone has to be in. I'm in.
Is
I'm
that
in.
Like
right?
whoever, I will help donate
you
money
in,
or contribute money.
I don't.
V
I'm
has
not
a
really
feeling
popular,
she's going to
so-
get 20 gold pieces stolen at some point.
Yeah, he might need his money.
Yeah, then 4 of us.
Just,
we
I
can
don't
give
know. Okay.
25.
It doesn't make sense,
Have you?
I don't know y'all. Well, I know y'all now, but like,
No,
It's alright.
how
Yeah,
long
that-
will I
that
be
makes
with
V,
you?
sense.
V
So
probably
25.
would be a little bit iffy about just giving up her gold.
Yeah, it's all good. What about Kite? You in?
Yeah, man.
Don't have to be. It's okay. Like, why don't we quickly go see Yorn at the shop and ask if he, since he was part of us, wants to help and give hot ship
I
back.
know, like, I do a competition. No, let's just give money.
Alright, so you're giving 4 full Morbrek, Kite, and Copper, giving 25 gold pieces?
Yep.
Alright, so she
We also
is...
have a bunch in the party loot, I guess. In the party treasure. $70 in there.
Actually, we could. Yeah, we could.
Probably split
We
that
could
at some
probably.
point.
Want to give like 60 from the party gold, and then we'll each give 10.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, yep.
Alright, so you take 60 out of the party treasury, and then each pay her 10. So Morbrek, 4 full, Kite, and Copper each pay 10. So she's overjoyed. She says, "Oh, this will help the people so much. Thank you. I will, of course, be happy to give any of you healing, or if, as I said, if you find some components or rare herbs, I can make them into potions for you once the shop is complete. But you're doing a great service to this town and these people. Thank you." Is anyone good?
One good?
Good.
What does that mean?
Good aligned.
Alignment.
Oh, I am.
Not me.
Anyone who's good
Neutral.
alignment would get an inspiration point from this.
Oh! Woo!
I'm good. Not me. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm having a good day.
No, it would be good aligned for doing this. All right, so she would take the money and say, "It'll be a couple of days to get this sorted, but I should have my shop up and running by the end of the week."
So if you want good competition, what you do is you go right beside Doru, you lower your prices below his, they'll come to you, you'll screw Doru, and that's how you get.
She says, "Oh,
Why do we hate Doru?
I know Doru. He's a very nice old man. He helps a
Oh,
bunch of
yeah.
them.
I mean,
He's helping people
never
for
mind.
free as well.
I start talking about
Friends in
business, and
business.
it gets my brain.
It's just
Sorry,
business.
sorry.
Fuck that guy."
It's business. I'm sorry.
The
No,
business Minotaur.
Doru
Oh,
has the Forbes Minotaur.
I'm learning from Doru, so I don't want him to get totally.
Yeah, and he's teaching you, so
Yeah, I
it's
know.
weird. Like, I hate Doru. No, she says Doru has been helping a lot of the people of the town as well for free, so I'm sure there's more than enough business for both of us, and I'm doing this more to help people than to make a profit.
Would be.
I get it. I get it. You don't have to explain it to me. I get it.
You just laid out the strategy of going lower than the competitor, and he was doing it for free. Should she be giving out money?
She pays you to
You
heal.
would get a lot of business if you started giving out money. Yes, that's all I'm saying.
As well, unfortunately, I
All
don't
I'm
think I
saying.
have enough gold to make that work. But yeah,
Probably don't do it.
she would thank you and start working on setting up her place. So yeah, then the week is passing. The third day, as I said, there's a bit of an issue with the money getting stolen. But unfortunately, you're not sure exactly who it is, so you can't really do much about that. Give me, for the last, let's see, 4 days, give me perception checks for your owl for each day.
Okey-dokes.
Be-
They have advantage in hearing and seeing perception check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. That you can give the owl advantage from the roof. So 4 rolls on that.
You're gonna
Alright,
nail it.
so,
Go.
so
All above 20.
perception. 21,
Yes.
All right.
10, and 22.
More.
All right.
One more. 4 days.
Yeah, 4
Oh,
days.
is it 4?
Yeah, because
4
it
days.
was the third day that you got robbed.
Yeah.
All right.
22 max.
So actually, on the, let's see, 4th, 5th, 6th day, your owl says contacts you because you're doing your bad performing. The owl would contact you and tell you that they see someone walking down the street outside with white hair. What do you want to do?
I want to stop performing if I'm still performing.
Just jump off the
And try to
stage.
hide.
This is why you don't get any tips.
Yeah.
So,
Whatever, humans are difficult, so please, whatever.
Yeah, it's not that you're performing bad, it's that the humans are difficult
Yeah,
to
it's
please.
it's the
It's
crowd.
their fault. So you just jump
I'm
off the
gonna-
stage and you run outside. Or fly
I'm trying
outside.
That's quite rock and roll.
Try to stay stealthy while I
Okay.
go, like, trying not to get caught.
So you're trying to stealth outside to look to see who it is?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, give me a stealth check. Oh, very stealthy. Alright, so yeah, as you walk outside, you're looking around. Give me a perception check. I'll give you advantage on this one.
Alright. How do I say? Okay, perception.
Okay.
Oh,
So down the street a little ways, you spot the girl who you can barely see some white hair coming out the side of her cloak. She's just kind of casually walking down the street in a crowd of people, kind of doing a pretty good job of keeping herself hidden in general, just blending in with the crowd, but you do notice her.
Is anybody in the inn? Anybody else around the inn with me? Or is
I
it
mean, the
just,
rest of your group is probably around, but not with you at the moment. They're probably back at the bar up in their rooms.
Can't
or
even
whatever.
see him. He's too stealthy.
Yeah, Fourful is probably with, they're all doing their downtime weekly things. So, like, Kites
I'm in a
gambling, like,
high intense
Morbrex.
poker game.
Yeah, Morbrex doing services. Fourful is probably, what were you doing? You were learning with Doru.
Or
And Copper is probably up in his room writing his book. Or down in the
So there's
tavern.
no-
So, probably Copper would be down in the tavern.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
could try it
cast.
anywhere.
I'm gonna cast message if I can see Copper. Cast message
Okay.
telling him to follow me,
so
to come with me.
Copper-
I spot.
Yeah, so Copper, you're
Let's
sitting
go.
in the tavern writing your book when you get this message.
I'll just step away and I'll follow V.
Alright, so going to the front door,
As my friend Minotaur once said, "Let's go."
Yeah. So yeah, you walk outside and you kind of maybe hear like a psst as you see a V kind of duck down in the bushes. It's
What's up?
Yeah, it's maybe drizzling a bit outside today, a rainy autumn day. But yeah, you see
so-
V there.
Follow me.
Let's go.
Follow me, but follow me around, alright? And I'm gonna start
Stealing
flying.
is wrong. If it's her, we need to take it.
Hmm.
She has
Okay.
committed a crime.
I don't care about crimes. It's my money.
But let's not forget that so far the only evidence we have is white hair, so it is not enough to convince it in any court.
Fine. We'll have a
took the wrong
talk.
guy, V, to help you.
We'll have a talk with this thief. And as I say that, I'll like slowly make my way, and I'll tell Copper to stay far, because it's a huge machine. To not stay too close to me. You're gonna attract eyes.
Alright,
I'm
so
not stealthing.
you're trying to like move quietly through the crowd to sneak up on her?
Yeah, and I just want to Copper to be like
Distraction.
somewhat behind me. Yeah, exactly. Basically, like just so like I don't get spotted, but Copper's still with me if need be.
Alright.
If Copper gets spotted, I don't care.
Copper and V, give me stealth checks. Or are you
I'm
just
not
walking?
stealthing.
Okay, you're just walking. Then
Just me stealthing.
V, give me a stealth check. Okay.
God damn it. That's an invisibility.
So you are quietly moving through the crowd. You would see. What's your insight?
Insight. 14, I believe. Let me just check.
14.
Insight. No, it's 11 then. Sorry, I thought you meant investigation. 11.
Okay, so you would see as Copper is approaching, she doesn't look at him, but she starts to speed up and kind of go deeper into the crowd, trying to quickly get farther away from him. You would guess that maybe she noticed him?
Alright. I'm gonna cast, message and relay that to Copper saying,
Could you link
that's-
message?
I think I just grab or something.
And also, you're still very broken up. I can't hear you very well.
Weird. I'll try to fix that. Give me a second.
It's like every now and then it sounds like you're chewing on your mic. Like
Weird.
it'll be talking, then it's like. All right.
120 feet.
But all right, so you cast message.
Copper wire. Where did you get that?
I mean, if
From
you
you?
have a
Component pouch.
I mean, you
I
have,
have a
yeah,
comp- I have-
yeah.
No, I mean, where did
I
you
have
get
He's
my
with,
wire?
that's why he brought copper, yeah.
All right. So you cast message. You no longer see her, Copper. You don't know where she went. But V, you still have eyes on her as she's kind of moving off into the grass off the road.
Just moving in general direction where V pointed me, probably past it already.
Yeah, so you don't know where she went, but V, you see her as she kind of ducks off into the grass over here, outside of the crowd.
I'll keep following.
Okay. Give me another stealth check.
Okay, stealth.
Okay. So you are moving very quietly, keeping an eye on her. Give me a... Well, what's your passive perception?
17.
Okay. So she turns the corner here, and as you go to follow her, you kind of lose sight of where she went. You can give me an active perception check if you want.
All right. I will give you an active perception.
Okay. So you don't see her, but you hear something coming from this well down here. Like this old well that seems to be decommissioned. It's like boarded up.
I'm gonna... how far away is from Copper? Did I lose Copper right now?
Yeah, Copper, you're not sure where he is. He's somewhere back on the street. He's probably either gone north or south. Because
I went to Town Hall Barracks direction. Probably.
Yeah. But he's not. He's probably not with you anymore at this point.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to check if the well is locked or anything.
All right. So you're going over there. Give me another stealth check. Ooh.
Oh my God!
So
Not one.
So that's 19. So as you're very quietly moving through the grass, it's probably getting towards evening when this is happening. You go to the well. Yeah, you see it's kind of boarded up. And there is a woman there who kind of steps out of the shadows and is facing you. She has her daggers drawn, and she says, "Why are you following me?"
You have my money.
She says, "What do you mean?"
I knew you stole my money. Give it back and nothing bad will happen.
Give me a intimidation or persuasion. Your choice. Okay. She says, "I don't have your money. What are you talking about? Why would you think I have your money?"
Very small, fairy intimidation didn't
Hey,
work.
you better give me back my money.
I'm gonna pull out my bow, and I'm gonna...
That's what she looks like. Ignore ignore the text.
Now I know that. Okay. I'm gonna pull out my bow, and I'm gonna say, "Listen, I know it was you. I have proof. Now give me my money, or it's gonna end poorly for you."
She smiles and says, "I've never been threatened by a fairy before."
Have you ever been killed by one?
She says, "Well, if I'd been killed by one, I wouldn't be standing here." It's kind of a weird thing to say. She says, "Look, I don't know why you think I took your money, but I don't have your money."
You didn't say you didn't steal it. You just say you don't have it. Where is it?
Give me another intimidation or persuasion.
I'll stay intimidating. No.
Hard to be intimidating as a fairy.
Yep.
So she considers you for a moment, and she says, "Look, I don't know why you think I took your money, but I didn't. That said, maybe I can help you in some way."
Well, you
I don't know
see,
why, but I really feel like she took
I
your
have
money.
I have a huge what are they called? Robo human or robo I don't know, machine human coming over, and if he comes over here, he's probably gonna get pretty mad that you stole my money. So I don't want your help. I want my money.
She
I'm sure
says,
you noticed.
I'm familiar with the contractors. Everyone in town seems to know about them. I don't know who you are, but yeah, I don't have your money on me. I don't know why you think I took your money.
I'm gonna say again. You didn't say you didn't steal it. You just said you didn't. You don't have it on you.
Give me an insight check. Yeah, you get the feeling that she did take your money. You think she's lying.
Of course, I know she's lying. Come on, white hair. That's like, yeah. My character has white hair as well. But yeah, white hair. That's like the most suspicious thing you can have.
It was your own hair.
Uru has white hair.
The character token isn't ready yet, so had to use a template. But yeah. Okay. I'm like, what do you want? I know I'm sure you have my money. We
Says,
can lie. You can keep saying you lied. You're like that you don't have it, but
she
what do you
sighs.
want?
She says, "Look, I'm kind of new in town. I've been looking for a place to stay. Been looking for work. Uh, you all seem like you have money. Maybe I can use my skills to help you all. I'm not saying I took your money, but let's just say maybe I can help get your money back. We'll say."
Let's make a deal.
That's a confession.
If you give me my money right now, I promise you, I will talk to the contractors, and you can get in our deal right now. It's a lot of money. It's deception, by the way. This is not totally not true.
Oh.
Give me a deception check.
I think you should persuade.
I am
like
gonna
this,
use
bro.
I'm gonna use advantage on that.
Inspiration.
Inspiration on that.
All right.
Oh, that hurts.
She just laughs. She says, "I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not just gonna give you your money, assuming I even had it."
With that
Hey,
hair,
look.
of course you weren't born yesterday.
She says, "I can probably figure out who took your money and maybe get it back for you, but I will ask for a payment to do so." She says, "I have contacts, and I could probably figure out where your money is."
It will cost you
I
20
know.
gold.
I know where my money is. I'll get it back soon enough. And as I say that, I'm gonna start to fly away. You should be careful. I've heard there's flying arrows in the city.
She would give me a intimidation, I guess.
Come on, please, please be intimidating.
Got it. You
Please.
got it. Hey, that's not bad.
All right.
It's alright.
She would. So as you kind of fly up and say that, she would step back into the shadows, and you're not sure where she went.
Mhm.
She's,
I'm sorry that
she
I've made an enemy for life.
she seems to be pretty good at stealth as well, whoever this is.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's just
if
what
you
we need.
decide to tell us that I kind of like this girl.
She would be able to help us with getting the amulet, probably.
I'm stealthier than her. She didn't notice me, is all I'm saying.
That's true.
Well,
You're
you
both
didn't
very
notice
stealthy.
He
her.
literally took your money.
I was performing.
Well, I don't know
the
if you
best
call
of
it
my
that
ability.
anymore.
It's underperforming.
How much money did you make?
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna take away
Performing.
my money
Hey,
soon enough.
we're not gonna keep ripping on V anymore.
V's been having a bad week. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
She got her money stolen.
Alright.
Everyone is making fun of her music. She's like, "I hate you all." All right.
And
All right.
intimidation.
I'm telling my owl to keep an eye for that woman again, and to follow her, and let me know where she is. Where she when next time she finds her to tell me where her base is.
Are you telling any of your people about about the encounter?
I lost her. As far as I know, I lost her.
Okay. So yeah, Copper, you're not sure where she went. So I guess you would probably head back to the Maplewood Inn at
I
some
kind
point.
of went. I went till the western gate, looked around, didn't find anything, and went back.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll say, and you said, V, you're not telling them about what happened.
No, come on, they'll know I'm bad. If I tell them I plan to kill the thief.
Okay. So time continues to pass. On the 5th day of the week, Neil would actually approach Copper in the tavern. He says, "Hey,
Hello.
contractors."
Can you remind me who Neil was?
This is the shirtless
Yes.
guy that works for the
Yeah.
Bloodhound.
Okay. Yes, got it.
So yeah, you do recognize him. He says, "It's good to see you, contract." Well, I guess Copper was it?
He has blue. He has white hair as well, by the way.
Well, he has
Yeah.
blonde hair.
Yeah. Okay.
But he
Yes.
says, "We haven't heard from you. I was just curious. Well, we've seen your friend Kite around the gambling hall, but I was curious
There's a
what the
problem.
group's plan was. It's been 5 days.
Why do
Are
you
we
ask?
all there?
No, it's just Copper.
Why do you ask?
Why
Who
do I
wants
ask?
to know? Just you?
Well, myself on behalf of Cithril and some other interested parties.
Interesting. Well,
He
we
kind of
still
keeps his
haven't.
voice down.
We still haven't decided much, and we are kind of still looking and deciding. If we need your help, we will let you know.
Give me a deception check.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yes.
He says, "Well, it's been some time, and plans need to be made soon. I would appreciate if you and your group would just help us come to a decision."
If we have anything we need from you, you would be first to know.
He says,
So far, we don't.
"There will be a time in the future when we will have to enact our plans, and we would rather that your group be a part of those." He
Makes
says,
sense.
being as cryptic as possible. Have
I'm not gonna decide for the group and what I know so far. I've told you what is true. We currently don't have anything new to tell you.
We're just taking it slow.
Do you know when you would have something to tell us?
No, we don't. You know how things go.
He says, "Well, that is unfortunate. I'll let Cithril know. I don't know if she'll be happy." And he would just nod and get up and walk out.
I'm gonna get my knees broken.
In the middle of the gambling hall, just crack. Oh, God!
Neil comes in and just breaks my knees, and I have to
Breaks your
fall back
knees.
to the baseboard. And Papa, what did you tell him? Jesus, ah!
I mean, you are gambling at their gambling den.
Yeah, or
All
I'd
right.
go to Melody. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, so the week would pass other than that. So you all spend your 7 gold pieces. Melody finishes up her healing shop. It is now the 21st of autumn. And at that point, you would get a message from Blackwater that he wishes to speak with the group.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this thing. I'm ready. I've been ready.
Alright. So I'll say maybe you are all like meeting up at the inn every day in the morning before you were doing your workday stuff. But yeah, today you would get one of Blackwater's people in who would deliver a message that says he wishes you to come and speak with him.
Let's go.
Alright, so the group heads over.
We need to stop doubting and finally do something. That was one of reasons why I talked to this guy in such a way.
So
We just
he meets you in his office. He says, "Greetings."
I was just going to say, can we
Yeah.
have a break quickly? I need to just go.
Oh, yeah, we can do a 5-minute break. Let's
Yeah.
Sure.
break and we'll come back at 1:06.
Yeah, sorry.
5-minute break of Kai's sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, be right back real quick.
Oh shit, I'm out of booze. I need to get another cider.
Oh, grab a cider.
You see, Jorn would have made a joke there.
Fuck. I'm already out of touch. Been so long. We're old now.
All right, I'm back.
Hey.
Yep.
We good to go?
Is everyone back?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So, the group heads over to Blackwater's estate. He would be waiting for you in his office, and he says, I'm sorry I haven't been in contact. I've been a bit busy. I first wanted to ask, did you all have any ideas for ways to get the amulet outside of a direct approach?
The tunnels you were saying.
Says that was my idea, but I was just curious if any of you had any ideas.
So far, we have an idea of invisibility, which we are able to achieve, which would allow at least one member of our party to be extremely stealthy. This is one approach, but the downside is that this would put a single member of our party in danger, which is not really that good.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I believe that the rogues have people that are trained to be able to spot those who are good at being stealthy. So,
The idea here was invisibility, which is not really being stealthy, but something on top of that. I don't think you can train to be as good to be able to spot invisible people.
no, but invisible people can be heard, they can be smelt. There are other ways to detect those who can't be seen.
Yeah.
And also, I believe Cithril does have access to magics that help her detect invisibility.
What do you know about Cithril?
I know that she is a senior member of the Blood Hand. I know that she is very skilled at combat and assassination, but also somewhat skilled at magic abilities. Skilled with magics. I don't know for sure that she can see invisibility, but I have my suspicions because she was able to detect some of the scrying attempts I made.
Is going like head to head with her even an option, or are we talking about trying to avoid a confrontation with her?
It's definitely an option. I mean, I don't think there is a way to avoid confrontation. Unless, as I said, you all have ideas of how we could. I mean, if you have someone who is extremely skilled at stealth and the ability to steal, that could be an option, but also extremely dangerous. I'm not sure how you would. First, we have to figure out where the amulet is, and then we'd have to figure out a way to get it without her or her people, detecting the attempt. So I don't have a way of doing that. I do have some people in my employ who are skilled at stealth, but no one who I would trust to do this and not be detected, because I think she has better people. V would probably be, like, as you said, the optimal choice if we were to go this route, but it would be very dangerous.
Mostly for V.
Well, and for us as well. I mean, if she detected the attempt, she might just try to move or hide the amulet or just escalate her plans. I mean, right now she doesn't know we're working directly against her or what our plans are.
Yes. So far, let's do what we do best. Direct confrontation.
All right, which I believe would be the best route for the time being. So I'm going to send you underground into the tunnels, and I need you to try to navigate a way through them, which would help bring us to the tunnels underneath Cithril's house.
Do you have some kind of a map that we
says-
are?
I do actually. It's not. It hasn't been too explored because I haven't been concentrating on this all that much, and the tunnels below the city are quite extensive. I've explored some of them, but not any of them near where the Blood Hand are. So some of the exploration will have to fall to your group.
Hey, any ways of communicating with you? Because I think we discussed it that if we explore, like first of all, I don't think that exploring it will be like one-time job. Probably we'll have to explore a little bit, return, fall back, rest, maybe explore a little more. Because if what you're saying is correct, if this is the whole network of tunnels under Chaur, it is quite extensive. I don't think it's one-day job.
No, I don't think it will be either. I do have, as I said, some of them explored up to a point, which is where you all will come in, and I don't expect this to take a day. It'll probably take several. I've been actually working on this a bit during the week while I had you all waiting. So I do have, as I said, several of the tunnels fairly explored.
Yeah.
But there might be a dangerous area that you all are going into. My scouts have said that there are undead down there. We don't know much about why they're there, but we've so far stayed away from those areas. I believe that your group would be better equipped to deal with that.
I'm looking at Morbrek. You know, Holy Word and a hammer can do much more than just Holy Word.
Well, no, I
Go ahead, Morbrack. Were you saying something?
No, I was agreeing.
All right.
Yeah, this is indeed.
So
So I think we need to get to the point where we are ready to engage, and then we actually have this conversation again, because we will have to discuss about what is your role here, because like we will probably need some kind of distraction from outside.
yes.
So we need to coordinate it.
I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. At this point, we're just trying to figure out a way to get to their base from underneath. I don't expect any of you to attack them yet.
We can do that.
Find the path through these dangerous tunnels. Figure out a way. Once on the other side, you will have to navigate the tunnels and figure out where their base is. And once that is accomplished, we can start the next phase of getting everyone into position and getting ready for an attack.
We should, yeah. That's a fair plan. I think if we know where the base is from top, it should be at least clear what direction to go down there.
Well, we know of several bases in the town. There's the one that you all know of, which is their main base. We know of two other houses, though. There's a secondary location here, and another secondary location here, which we believe that they use. So Sithril could be in any of those three locations, or possibly somewhere else. We know that
We need a path. Sorry, go ahead.
We know that she frequents this one. I haven't seen her go to this one or this one yet.
We need a path underground to all three, preferably.
Yes, that would be the ideal. For sure, we need a path to the northwestern base. So, I'm going to bring you down to my basement and have you speak with Lyra, one of my head research assistants. She's been kind of in charge of tracking the tunnel, mapping the tunnels. So he would bring you downstairs, unless anyone has anything else to say.
no.
Alright, so he would bring you downstairs.
Something that like will require rations or anything, eh, Lou? Because
I mean, unless you want to stay overnight in the tunnels, you can always fall back. You don't have to stay there.
just only have one. That's why I was like, would I have known to
I
bring
mean,
some
it
more or
might be a
something?
good idea to buy some food if you only have one day
Could we
left.
say during the week I at least bought a couple?
Sure, you could buy them for book price. So we'll say during the week you bought some food.
I'd just like to restock
Downstairs.
my bag or whatever.
Yeah. Downstairs, it seems that actually Blackwater has quite a large basement, several laboratories. But he would bring you to kind of the southwest area of his basement, where there is an elven woman, kind of sitting there reading. You probably have seen her upstairs a few times. But as she enters, or as he enters with the group, she would stand up and say, Lord Blackwater. And he says, hello, Lyra. This is the Contractors. These are the Contractors. She would nod and bow and say, I've heard a lot about your group. We all owe you a great deal for defeating the Iron Tide.
It was nothing. You see?
Lyra looks to be a high elf. Does anyone have history?
I do.
You can give me a history check if you have it trained, if you're proficient.
Yep. 1 second.
So yeah, you would know that she's a high elf Morbrick, one of the more rare elves. Most of the elves in these areas are wood elves. She has nice looking blue cloak with some symbols that you're not familiar with, and a couple of belt pouches on her side as well as a backpack. She comes over and says, it's good to meet you all. And Blackwater says, they're going to need your maps of the dwarven burrows. She says, of course. Are you going to be going into the halls of Tarsus then? He says, yes, I believe they will. And she says, excellent.
Oh, that's how it's called.
And she nods and she says, yes, the halls of Tarsus are an ancient religious structure under the town, dating back to the days of the Therian Empire and the 12th cycle. We haven't been in there yet because of the dangers, but we believe that there could be some pretty valuable artifacts, as well as some maybe books from the past, things that will be of great value to us. Historical treasures, and she kind of lights up with the idea of exploring some of these places. She says the tunnels are very dangerous, though. We've lost some of our explorers down there due to the undead wandering, even in the safe areas.
Oh, well, they're not us.
And she says, do you mind if I join you all?
Yeah.
Not at all.
She says, I'm not very skilled with magics for combat, but if you could protect me, I'd love to see some of the chambers down there.
We would
You
love
could
to.
you could tell us beautiful and wonderful stories about surrounding architecture and history.
Oh,
You seem knowledgeable in this area.
I would love to. That would be of great interest to me. Are you all ready to go in?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will leave you all to it, Blackwater says. Just let me know of your progress, Lyra. And she says, of course, I'll have a report done later. And she would approach some of the mercenaries who are standing at a large metal gate that is down currently, crossbows pointed towards the hallway. They say, be careful, Lyra. Those halls are dangerous. And the guy wearing heavy chain armor kind of pulls the chain, lifting up the large metal portcullis, and they motion for you all to enter. As you do, they quickly slam the gate back down and get back into position with their crossbows. And you do see a bunch of zombies at the end of the hallway with bolts sticking out of them that are lying motionless on the ground.
Fun.
She says, well, I guess this is it. Let's move on. And she pulls out some of her maps.
Let's. Oh.
Alright, so
You're great. You're a great dungeon master, by the way, Lou. Just saying.
Well, thank you. So this is the Blackwater Estate, where you're starting out, moving through the halls. These halls aren't an exact representation, just kind of a representation of where you are underground. So to navigate these areas, you do have a map, but also if you have someone who can help, survival will help with these underground tunnels. Does anyone have survival?
Me.
I'll
Four
take up
health.
to 2 rolls from the group.
I have survival, so I will do one.
You are a survival guy. By the way,
Oh.
did you
Awesome.
have smith tools?
Yeah, I do.
think-
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just
When
it's
I
nice to
became
have.
a rune carver, I became very in tune
Okay,
with the smithing.
Gotcha. I finally bought myself jeweler's tools.
To go.
So if
So
someone needs to do something,
I need a D20 roll from someone.
We're missing one survival check.
No, Copper, go.
I
One.
got 4 full in V.
Did you not say 3? I'm sorry if you. I thought you asked for 3.
I
My
said
bad.
2.
Okay.
Alright, so you are moving
20.
down the hallway, moving through these halls. You get to a certain point where you would note that there are a couple of hallways going to the east of here as you're going through these old halls. The eastern hallways appear to have a strange greenish glow coming from them.
Ask what's her name? Lita?
Lyra,
Lyra, sorry.
she says,
Does she know what this is?
oh yes, those go towards the ruined church area. We do not go to those areas.
Yeah.
And she would just continue south unless anyone's going to say anything. So history might tell you something about these halls.
It's copper, eh?
Or if you are a dwarf, you can make a intelligence check with advantage.
I think Morbrek has both.
Yeah.
Okay. So you definitely recognize the architecture here as Dwarven Morbrek. I'm not sure how much of your life you spent in Dwarven structures, but this reminds you of old Tharian architecture. It's probably been here for thousands of years, and you guess it survived the last cataclysm. It seems like it's in pretty good condition. You might think that there is a bit of magic woven into some of these structures as well.
I have smith tools like Copper Sister. Would I know anything being proficient with tools? Smithing isn't
Smithing might not help you as much with architecture.
carving and stuff because I'm a rune carver. So if there's any
We
like
need a
carvings in the
carpenter.
wall, do I have
We
any
need
like?
carpenter.
Oh, it actually
need-
helps me. Stone carving, I get an additional proficiency bonus on it.
Yeah, but now Forful, you probably wouldn't recognize these without some knowledge of history. So, what's the highest perception check in the group?
I have 17.
17.
Passive.
11.
Okay.
Passive, yeah.
So, as you're moving down some hallways, kind of moving south through this area, as I said, you pass by the green hallways and continue onward. But as you're walking, 16 or over, you would hear what sounds like the flowing of wind somewhere up ahead. It's very faint.
Blowing of wind.
Lyra, do you know what's there?
Do you have a 16 or over, Copper?
I mean, I tell the.
Oh, I mean, like if someone
Oh,
shares with the
someone,
group.
yeah, someone saying anything?
I mean, I will. If nobody else hears it, I'm gonna read.
I only have
Does anybody
14.
else? Does anybody else hear that?
Lyra stops. She says, "What do you hear?"
some kind of wind, whistling, something.
Wind.
Would I recognize it? Does it just sound like wind to me? Like wind tunnel kind of sound?
Yeah, more like the flowing of wind as if blowing over like a plain or something. Like an open grassland. She says
It
wind.
just sounds like there's...
Oh gods. And she backs off a little. So as she does that, you
Draw my
all
weapon.
you're drawing your weapons? Alright, so you draw
Yeah.
your weapons and a dark mist begins to flow around the corner up ahead of you. A creature of shadow coming into view. The creature would look at all of you and say, "You do not belong in these halls." And it looks like this.
Wow, is immediately interested in this thing.
So it begins to approach you. And you can all pull out light sources. You're right here in the hallways.
I have a dark vision, 120 feet.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's fine. You might have a light source out anyway, just because it helps you see better. Dark vision is not as good as.
No, but like I couldn't see anything. That's why I told. I don't know if it's on my token.
Oh, you mean I didn't see that on your sheet. You're saying you have dark vision?
Yeah.
All right,
I
that
do
was
have.
not obvious on your sheet. I'll add that now. There you go.
Should be right. I think it's this. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and is that how you're all standing? You can reassign yourselves if you want. But
I'll stay in the back, behind the tall.
I think
Which way
Twig
is
should
the
be
guy
at the
south?
back.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'll be up front.
all right, let me save your token with the new dark vision that you have. All right, so I need initiative rolls.
Okay. She didn't even want to go, so it's fine.
And you said we did pull out.
You can have torches and weapons out because luckily V told you what she heard, so
She
you can
got,
say
like,
you had a
scared.
moment to react.
My torch has a shield.
So the creature approaches. The first to act.
Do we have Lyra, or is she in the background?
I'm gonna keep her in the background.
Okay.
So she backed off a little, and she's like, "Oh no." So the first to act. I have way too many things open. Hang on.
Good initiative, 4-4.
So Kite, you were the first to act. This creature
Okay.
is approaching. Looks like it is doing so threateningly.
Okay. Well, stand your ground, right? I'm gonna cast a chromatic orb. at
Alright,
him.
so you chant.
Talking to it.
He said we don't belong here, and he's threatening. Yeah, and I'm gonna do it at second level too.
Alright, so you chant, casting a chromatic orb at this thing. 25 would indeed strike. What type of element is it?
I'm gonna do lightning.
Alright, so it is struck by a lightning orb, taking 10 points of electric damage, as the damage type did not seem to be too effective against it. And it looks angrily at you. Anything else?
I'm gonna move one step back, and that's fine.
All right, so you step back, ending your turn. So suddenly, a creature comes out of the wall next to Morbrick.
Really?
Yes, it looks like this. It screeches at you,
Very friendly.
and it is
What does
going
it say?
to. Huh?
What was the noise it made?
Basically a screech, and it is going to lunge at you, attempting to do a life drain attack. Morbrick. 14 versus AC.
19.
Alright, so you throw your shield up, getting out of the way, and it would luckily miss you. That is it for the creature. Another
Alright,
creature afterward comes out of the wall as well, going at 4 full.
Yeah, let's go.
So it lunges towards you, attempting a life drain attack. 12, luckily, I believe, would miss as well, as you kind of just push it back and is unable to drain your life. V, what are you going to do?
Let's go,
Alright,
V. Show us what you got.
Yeah, I see these ghosts, so I'm guessing that my arrows won't those ghosts won't get really hit by my arrow.
Do you have Arcana or Religion? Actually, it would be Religion.
No,
So, unfortunately,
I'm
you're not. Yeah, with if you don't have Religion training, you probably don't know what these are or how effective your attacks would be.
Yeah, as far as I know, I think they're transparent. Okay, if I don't know anything, I will just try to shoot them. But before that, I will use steady aim.
All right. So you take a shot at which one?
The one that's next to Morbrick.
All right.
And
so
then
it would have light cover from you.
That's
but
fine.
you
I have advantage, and I use sharpshooter as well.
All right. So -5.
Yep. Short bow. Here we go. 26.
13. All right. 26. So that would be a crit. Go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Damn, unlucky on the sneak attack. And on the oh my god.
Is this a magical arrow or bow?
Nope, that's a regular bow and arrow.
Alright, so it would take 11 points of damage and seem very unhappy with you.
Did I just roll the worst possible? I think I did, and that's my turn. Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, this is
Literally,
1-1-1.
So the Wraith goes. It is going to fly up off the ground. And it flies 60 feet through the air, coming back down on you, Kite.
I guess the flying means we don't get opportunity attacks on.
Yeah, it would fly over you.
How high are the ceilings?
Yeah.
They're probably about 15 feet.
Just enough.
So it would come down on you, Kite, and say, "Give me the warmth of your life force." And it's going to try to drain your life. Using a life drain attack. But it does not roll very well. 13 versus AC.
Oh, that would have hurt.
I'll use shield in response.
Oh god! So you knock it back, and it is unable to drain your life.
You guys mess us up.
Anything else? Nope, that's it for that creature. Actually, it shouldn't be displaying the damage unless I hit. Hang on.
Okay.
Alright, so that's it for the Wraith. Morbrick.
Okay, I will move down and cast Word of Radiance.
Alright, so there is an explosion of radiance as you, I need the spell description, as you chant, gesturing with your holy symbol, and those creatures need to make a con save. So DC is 15. 6 damage or nothing on save. Alright, so it looks like one of them would make it and one of them would fail. This one, who was previously struck with the arrow attack, now looks very wounded as it recoils in pain from the radiant searing. You see it starts to flicker, its life force becoming dim. Copper. There's an angry looking wraith next to you who just barely
Yeah, I understand.
managed to miss Kite.
Let me look at my... I have religion trained. What does it mean, like those undead and all kind of charm spells?
Which
Especially-
undead are you trying to figure things out about?
Wraith.
Give me a religion check.
Especially Tasha's. I'm wondering if he would be affected. Because I'm not sure if Tasha's is charm. It seems like it is, but it doesn't say in the description.
Depends how funny your joke is.
Yeah.
11. What do you know about a wraith? Let's see.
Not a wraith. I think it's more like undead in general, but fine, yeah.
So with an 11, you would know that it is called a wraith. You would know that their life drain attacks can cause permanent hit point damage. You don't know much about the conditions they're immune to, though.
Okay, I don't want to risk it, and I will just fire magic missile at this guy, and that's it.
Alright, so you chance summoning forth several force darts and firing them at this guy?
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew. Alright,
That's
so...
one.
Or this one?
Yes.
Alright, so you barrage him with magic missiles as he is struck for 6 points of damage. And he is destroyed. Nice. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Suddenly from the wall behind you, Morbrek, another specter comes out. It is going to fly towards you and attack with life drain. Ooh, that is a crit.
I died.
I'll use my I'll use my reaction for that.
Yeah. What are you doing? Reroll?
Yes, silvery barbs.
So fucking much. Holy shit.
Alright, so you cast Silvery Barbs, forcing another attack roll. Mark yourself as using a reaction, and who gets advantage?
Fourfold.
Alright, so fourfold, you get advantage on your next roll. 6 would miss you as he
Thank you
swings.
so much, Copper.
And,
Holy shit, that was close.
Copper yells a word of magic that causes him to miss. Bottom of the round,
Sorry.
fourfold. Also, Kite, didn't you use your reaction? Why are you not marked?
Oh. I thought I did the eye.
Oh, okay.
Did I double click the eye? I might have done that by mistake.
That's fine. Just double checking. Fourfold, what are you gonna do?
Ooh. We're gonna start by we're gonna move down one so that I can go big. I'll go big down here.
Alright, so you're casting Enlarge.
Giant's Might. Yep.
Or no, that's Concentration, Kite, because you used Shield, didn't you?
Yeah. It's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
cute.
so Fourfold grows to a large size.
And I guess my first attack will attack the guy on my right, below Morbrick.
What are you attacking it with?
A holy hammer.
Mace? Okay.
The mace, sorry.
So you have your mace in one hand. The Mace of the Holy, 22 would strike. So you would do 7, 8, 9 points of damage to him, as your weapon seems to do full damage, being a magical weapon. The creature recoils angrily and looks pretty wounded. Or actually, no, never mind. It is not wounded. I lied.
The radiant damage seems to do anything extra?
No, just normal damage. But it wasn't resistant to it.
good. So then, can attack same guy.
Yeah. Do you? So you're using the Mace of the Holy. 14 would strike him again.
Oh, sweet. The Mace of the Holy is in my main hand, and then my Battle Axe is in my offhand.
Okay.
To go big is a bonus, so I can't use the offhand this turn.
That is correct. Yeah. So you strike him for another 10 points of damage, and he looks badly
that
wounded.
second time, the Giant Smite is not applied. Sorry, it's only the first time.
All right. He still looks badly wounded, though. Anything else?
We'll be all.
All right, Kite. So the Wraith is still on you. It looks like it's about to attack you again. What do you want to do? Top of the round.
I'm not sure. I don't really want him to attack me again.
You could just ask him nicely.
Please, I didn't mean it.
Please, sir. I was only kidding.
It was a
I have
joke
some more.
It was just a laugh.
Mirror image.
a prank. A whimsical joke. I mean, I could just do fireball.
Well, you know that
So
lightning
focused.
wasn't very effective against him.
Yeah.
Also, he's in melee range, so disadvantage probably.
Well, you wouldn't get it in a fireball, but
It's
yeah.
a saving throw.
A fireball. Okay, no.
Yes.
It's firebolt. You said.
Alright,
Yeah.
what do you want to do?
It's either that or take the dodge.
Mirror image, dodge, disengage.
Disengaging, he can just follow me anyway because he can fly. Yeah, I think I'll do
They
mirror
would-
image.
Yeah, I guess your guys don't have Op use Copper and V. Because they don't have melee weapons, really. Alright, so you chant casting Mirror Image, hoping that the images will help save you. Go ahead and mark yourself as having 3 duplicates.
What's that one again? I've only done it once.
You just do a red dot with a 3 on it.
Okay, cool.
Which one of specters was wounded?
This one here, which doesn't look like I marked him. There you go.
Okay.
Alright, anything else, Kite?
No, that's everything.
Alright, so the next to go is the Spectre, who you badly wounded. He's going to come over here. Oh wait, no he's not. More bricks right there. He's just going to attack you, Forful. Trying to drain your life as it screeches, lunging forward. 18 versus AC.
Does that hit you?
Every turn. Sit down.
No, it doesn't. Silvery barbs as well. I use my reaction.
Oh, you guys.
Casting
Touch
silver
our
bars.
Minotaur.
Alright, go ahead and spend a first level spell.
Sit down.
And I am
and
going to
the
giving
best
the
team.
advantage to myself.
Alright, he's going to attack again. And yes, 16 luckily would miss you. V.
I am going
Okay.
to take the disengage action.
Yep.
Sorry, bonus action. Rogue shenanigans. And I am going to cast a stole to the yeah. I am going to cast. Why do I not have a different stole to the dead in the big bat, the one that's like next to Kite?
Toll the dead on this guy.
Yeah, so I need a
right.
wisdom saving throw.
So the Wraith will attempt a wisdom save. He is unaffected as the necrotic energies just wash over him, doing nothing.
Alright.
Anything else? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Nope.
Alright,
Nothing else.
So the Wraith isn't too concerned about you throwing necrotic energy at him. He is going to continue his assault on Kite. Or actually, how smart is this guy? Let me see.
Probably not very smart. Probably not.
No,
very
he's
smart.
he's somewhat smart. He is going
he's
to.
dead.
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
He's gonna turn his attention to Copper. Because he doesn't... There's too many kites. He doesn't want to waste his time swinging at duplicates. So he attempts to life drain you, Copper. 19 versus AC. Alright, so you are struck with the life drain attack, taking 21 necrotic damage, and I need a con save.
The heck? That thing is... They do that every turn, no matter what? Oh,
Who knows?
knows.
What was the shortcut to bring up the character sheet with from?
Hold shift and double
token.
click the token.
Shift double click. Okay.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Me neither.
alright. So unfortunately, the 21 damage is permanent, and your max is reduced by
Oh,
21. As you
you gotta
take
help.
21, that is it for the Wraith. Morbrick.
Okay. So I will move here. And I will throw down a spiritual weapon.
Alright. You chant summoning a spiritual weapon at which one?
Sorry, over here.
Alright, a spiritual weapon pops into existence and goes at the Wraith, which 18 would definitely hit. So as he is draining life from Copper, a spiritual weapon collides with him, distracting him a bit and dealing how much? Uh, 7 points of damage. So he turns his yellowish eyes towards you, Morbrek. Anything else?
And then I'll use my action to do Word of Radiance.
Alright, another Word of Radiance. So that is a con save. So I'll start with the wounded one. No, he would fail, as he is...
I have to mark myself wounded if my HP is my max HP.
No, you are not technically wounded. You do look very withered, though. I
Fine,
guess you
you're
could mark
wounded.
yourself as wounded,
Rusty?
but I
I'm
mean...
at full health.
Yeah, so you wouldn't technically be wounded, you just look very withered. But the first Spectre is engulfed in radiant energy and turned into dust.
Oh.
The
Morbrick.
second one is also engulfed in radiant energy, but he does not die from the attack. Anything else, Morbrek?
Nope, I'll be my turn.
Copper.
I'll upcast 8 to fourfold myself and kite.
Alright,
Sick.
so you cast
The HP?
what, third level spell?
Yes, 10 HP.
So you each gain 10 hit points to your maximum. Anything else? And that lasts 8 hours.
Yes.
From the time now, which would be... what is it? It is currently... it's more like 1 o'clock, not 12. So you all feel a bit healthier as magical energies reinforce your vitality. Anything else, Copper?
No, I will stand my ground and save my reaction for shield if someone hits me.
Alright, so the Spectre...
Right now, I have a very strange situation with hit points. I kind of have 34 max, but I kind of have 13 because I was drained.
Yeah.
But then I have 23 because of this.
Yeah, you're kind of playing around with your life total. So this guy here was going to go for fourfold, but he's going to turn towards Morbrek and attempt to life drain you. 22.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I can do.
Reaction.
Alright, so V is using
very hard.
another first level spell to force a reroll. So let's do
What is the
that.
reaction?
Yeah, you got it. So go ahead and spend the spell slot, and 6 would miss you. As
That was V. That was sick, V.
the
Welcome
spectral
to the T.
is lunging, or Spectre is lunging, and yeah,
Right
V
now.
goes and casts a spell.
Do I have to do it like this? There you go.
messing
That's
it. Yeah, that does it. Fourful, what are you gonna do?
Who gets an advantage for that?
Oh yeah, and who are you giving
Uh,
advantage to, V?
For fall, you already have advantage, right?
On his next attack, yeah.
Kite gets advantage.
Okay. Kite,
I'm
or,
gonna-
yeah, Forful, what are you doing?
Move over to this side of the guy.
Okay.
How much movement is that? Is that like 5'10"?
10, 15,
Yeah.
20. Or wait, 5, 10,
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
it's 20.
10, 15, 20. Okay, fine. Do that. Then we're gonna beat up on this guy, and now I'm flanking him, right?
Yeah, she got
Over
plus
it?
2.
It's 2. Let's go. So we'll just start with my normal attack. So 19.
19 will strike as a
I
use
do-
the
oh, actually,
distraction
okay.
to strike him from the side.
Oh, wait.
Doing
Uh,
10 plus
we
your
were trying-
giants plus d6,
let me
I
just roll a
believe.
d6.
14
15.
points as he is scattered. Anything else?
Do I have enough get up to this guy?
No.
Probably not, because Copper's in the way.
I jump over him if I had another action.
How much movement do you have left?
Oh, that's what I'm trying to. I guess 10 left.
So you
trying
need,
to ask if my
no, you
action
need 20
surge-
feet to get up here, so you wouldn't have an
Action
action.
surge. Would I be able to?
Yeah, it seems like a waste of an action surge, but you could technically do
Well, he's
that.
gonna kill our guys, so I figure I gotta get over there. Get 2 more attacks.
So you
So.
can stand next to him.
Yeah,
If
you would
you
get
actions,
if
action,
you
if
action
you action
surge.
surge, you will spend your two additional attacks to just get there.
Oh, because I've used 1 attack, so I have an
So-
extra attack and a bonus attack.
Yeah, he has 2 attacks
And
left.
offhand,
You could
so
action
2 more
surge
attacks,
to
yeah.
dash. So yeah, you could do it.
You want to help the team? We're
Yeah.
doing it.
Try.
All right, so Forful moves with incredible speed, using his action surge to rush up here, and you use your.
Can I
other 2
go?
attacks.
Am I able to be here?
You'd be squeezing with the pillar, which would give you disadvantage to attacks and advantage to being attacked. So probably not a
Yeah,
good idea.
Probably won't do that. Yeah. Okay,
But
so
if you
we'll just
move 1 up, maybe you will still be flanking, right? Or not?
No, you need someone here if you wanted to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Then I'll stay there though in case someone does go.
Okay. Go ahead and
Go
take
ahead.
your attack with
Use
your
my-
mace.
Extra attack is this one.
18. Yep, that would strike. Whap! As there's an
And-
explosion of radiant energy.
I'm gonna use my fire rune for this one.
Okay. So damage for the mace first.
It's plus 2d6. Yeah, I was just turning it on.
So 15. You definitely got his attention.
Hey,
Fire
buddy.
rune is a.
Not 15. 5 is
A little.
Oh.
half, right?
Okay, so 10.
Sorry, what?
Only 10, because you don't get the. Or wait. Oh, did you.
Fire damage. I turned on the fire rune. There's no giant smite in that one.
So that's another 2 damage, because he does resist fire. And he has to make a strength save. Strength save. Or become restrained. I believe he made it.
Is the where do I find the DC?
No way you have more than 16.
Yeah, not at this level.
16 what strength?
No,
DC.
16 DC.
I don't know how to calculate that. So
It says it under your class, but I'm going to say that's going to be a success. And you can look that up, but anything else? Kite. what are you
yeah,
doing?
and then my bonus action offhand attack.
Okay, go ahead. No. Natural 1 will miss him.
Oh.
Kite, what do you want to do?
I kind of need to move back.
You just disengage.
Oh no, I still got my things up. Okay, I'm going to take a step back.
You giving him an oppie?
Yep.
Alright, he will take it. He attempts to life drain you.
I'm going to roll my d20.
11 would not be enough. What a terrible attack. So he would miss you. You wouldn't even have to.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, I think I still roll it, but then it doesn't break the illusion. Is how it works.
No, you
Or
only
doesn't
roll it
it?
if you take a hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. But I still have advantage from the.
From V's cast, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast another chromatic orb at
Alright,
first level. This one.
alright, go ahead. Oh yeah, 25 will definitely hit. What's the damage type?
So lightning didn't work. Fire didn't work.
Just like light? Something like that?
Don't think
You
I
know
don't think you-
radiant works, but I don't think that's an option.
I can try. Shift back restriction. I'm gonna try cold.
I try cold. That'll work.
Alright, so how much damage would you deal?
Hey.
Alright, so you do 7 points of cold, because it seems you resist that as well. Anything else?
I am going to take another 2 steps back.
Alright, he seems more angry with Forful at the moment. V, what are you gonna do?
Well, I am going to try to shoot him just with an arrow since I have advantage with that.
Okay. Wait, you have advantage?
Yeah, because I silver bound myself from when I saved Forful.
Can you target yourself with that?
Mhm.
Is it not? I believe so. Is it not?
Let's
Let me
see.
check. Let me post it again. Spell
Creature. Just creature.
Okay, that's fine.
fine. Okie doke. Obviously sharpshooter.
Yeah, it says you can choose yourself. Alright, so you're doing sharpshooter. 19 would strike.
-5 because of sharpshooter.
Yeah, well, it's already there.
So that is 10 points of damage, which would seem to wound him and get his attention.
And I am going to use my action, my bonus action to, well, can I do? I'm gonna try to go over here and use my bonus action to hide.
Can you hide just out in the open?
Well, I want to use like kite as a hiding spot. Is what I'm trying to do.
I think only halflings can do that.
Well, it's my bonus action. But... Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But I mean, you need
dodge.
solid
I'll
cover to
dodge.
hide.
I'll just dodge then.
Okay. You take the
Move
dodge.
here,
Oh wait,
and-
I don't
You
think
could have. There is a pillar here.
Hide behind the pillar.
Yeah, there is
no,
a pillar.
25 feet. I could not gotten there in time.
So you already attacked. I don't think you can dodge at this point, right?
Cunning action.
Yeah, you can't
No,
use
but
that
you-
to dodge though.
Dodge.
No, you
No.
can only
no,
use it
my
for
bad.
disengage, stealth, or dash. I believe.
Only monks
Okay, well,
can use bonus action.
Then I am
dodge
dashing.
for key point.
Then I am dashing.
Okay. So you dash back a bunch. What's your passive perception?
17. Uh-oh.
So that's it for you. The Wraith goes. Let's see. I think it's going to move up this way, giving you an oppie if you want copper.
No, I'm not touching that with my hands.
Sword get one?
No, it does not.
No.
So it's gonna lunge at you foreful. It's just kind of getting behind you to get cover. Luckily, it would miss as you kind of dodge back, avoiding its deadly hands.
Fired on it.
Morbrek, what do you want to do?
It's Morbin time.
It's Morbrek time.
Move up there,
Yep.
and I will sacred flame.
Alright, you hurl holy fire at it, which I believe is a dex save, right? Nope, it would dodge, getting out of the way. Anything else?
I'll move.
Your weapon up. Alright, go ahead, give me a spiritual weapon attack. Yep, 25 will strike it, slamming into it for 10 force damage as it begins to shimmer from all the hits it's been taking. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Copper.
I'll move towards here to get a little bit better view and do a firebolt.
Alright, so it would have some cover. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, 13 would not be enough. Unfortunately, the cover gets in the way and it would just hit the pillar here.
I'll just then continue, like move here.
Alright.
Done.
Fourful, bottom of the round.
We are just gonna unload on this guy. Let's go. 1.
Yeah, 16 would strike as there's an explosion of holy energy
Damn, that
for 14 damage, badly wounding, but not killing the creature.
freaking weapon. 5.
The second strike would go right through it as it falls to nothing. The group is safe for now. As everything kind of goes quiet, it doesn't seem like there are any more in the hallway.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
Copper looks a little bit withered. But we are over the time, so we might want to do a MVP vote and wrap for the day.
Yeah, man.
And then we'll continue next week. You guys can search the enemies and continue going south.
Next week, unfortunately, I will not be available.
I mean, neither.
All right. Well,
So
we'll see then. We might we can do it with 3 or maybe reschedule. I don't know. We'll see. But let's do MVP votes. All right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so Copper with 2 votes, your MVP. Congrats.
thank you very much.
GG.
Yeah, good job, everyone.
We are rolling now, team.
And yeah, we'll pick it up next time. Morbrick, you were a scribe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this magical maze that we picked up will be very useful in this dungeon.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
By the way, when does the wither effect go away? Long
You
rest.
go to
Long
sleep.
Yeah, you'd have to take a long rest or use magic to restore your vitality.
Gotcha.
Guys, it's nice to not have to the really complicated discussion over the week.
Yes, we just
Just,
hit things with a hammer.
Exactly.
I like.
But I
Fair.
like complicated discussions as well. So it's the fun of D&D. Okay, guys,
making
thank you.
decisions.
I'll be heading in a second. Heading
We'll,
home.
we'll see you all next time, whenever that might be. I'm going to take some notes, but yeah, we are officially done.
Bye bye.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we done.
A little later.